Good night. Oh, first lobby, second lobby. Third lobby. Like a lot of people are coming in with alts. To increase their chances. Well, let's see. We'll wait a bit. It's not 10 yet. I think we'll wait a few more minutes as usual. Should I be playing? Let me take a look at how many people there are. Actually, let me take a look at all the questions. I only prepared for a few of them. See if there's a lot. If there's a lot, I should probably stick with answering the questions, not playing the game. Wow. Questions within questions. Let's see. It doesn't feel like a whole lot. But still, should be good. Wait a bit till everyone is in. Let me take the women. Oh, some people in event VC. Is there a, is there an event over there going on? Oh, is it a Vietnam, France, using the event VC or something again? You know, very hard work. Hard workers, no sponge. Well, I see something in the sticks. Did someone spun me? You know, the meat sticks don't work all the time. Don't expect it to have rewards. It's actually more for fun, honestly. I don't know why it turned into like a farming thing for a lot of people. Honestly, if I were you guys, I wouldn't be buying meat sticks until I bought everything else. Oh, not this year. Really, I love meat sticks. The meat stick is practically a gacha. It's not even a gacha, actually. Just a lot of people. It's absolutely random. uh, let's see. We'll wait a bit. It's 10. The AME is starting. It's still early. 34 people. Let's take a look at general. Is everyone ready for the poker game? It feels like a lifetime since we last played poker. Don't have to be here if you want to focus on your game. I'll just be answering a lot of questions regarding the star seal, I guess. We'll talk about it at 05 to let a few more people in. And maybe I'll take a look at Wibbin to see if the games are beginning. I'll begin once the games have begun, so to ensure that that everything is going smooth over there and no one is left behind. Yeah, let's wait 5 more minutes or 3 more minutes. Three more minutes. Let's see, 132 participants there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Oh, the first two games up already? Oh, the third game is up. Two tables. Will there be a fourth table? Hmm. Well, people are filling up with our usual crowd here. See a lot of daddies. Thank you for always being here. Like, crap, one of the fan has a Cantonese opera. Has a Cantonese opera avatar. That's pretty cool. My mom loves Cantonese opera. If there's a Cantonese opera NFT, I bet my mom will be the first one to buy it in bulk. Oh, there's a request to speak from Mei Mei. Oh, just roll cakes. Let's get her on stage. Must have been a wrong click. Okay, let's see. The third game has begun. Are we opening a fourth table or fourth room? Women? Is women in here, or is women too busy? Women's probably too busy helping us handle the rooms. Let me take a look at.
Hey, yeah, currently we having like 500, 530 something people, and I think three lobbies enough, so
Oh,
we don't
okay,
have to open the fourth lobby.
okay, that's cool. Well, okay, well, but the games are starting. I see the third room has already started, so it's closed off, right? The participation. Okay, well, let's get it going. 95 people listening. Well, good luck in your games. I remember I played last time in Tuan or some Vietnamese crowds AMA, not AMA, poker. I got knocked out in like the third round. I flopped a two pair, and then I went all in, and then and then the other guy had like pocket jacks, and then there was an ace out there in the flop. I don't know why he called, but yeah, and then at the end the river turned out another pair. I had an 88% chance of winning, but then the river turned to be another pair, and then he got two pairs well with the jack high pair, and then I lost. Oh boy. Oh well, that happens, poker, and I was really in a freaking hurry. Uh, so I'm pretty glad I lost that one. Uh, well, okay, well, let's begin the MA. So for, oh, over 100. Okay, before we begin, let me talk a few things about the Star pre-sale. Let's trying to answer most questions here. Based on a lot of the server and feedback and everything, I'm gonna first apologize to everyone that really should have done a really much better job in explaining what this is all about. The whole pre-sale. It's not just a whitelist, but it should be counted together with the Nebula Expedition, because in the future, a lot of our land sales is going to take place in the Nebula Expedition. This whitelist is really more, more for a smaller scale experiment, and it's really targeted at the public. It's not actually really meant for asset holders, the chests are more expensive than the ones in Nebula Expedition, and well, a little more expensive, and still trying to draw more crowds for Apeiron in general is the target. And this is a really, really limited pre-sale. We're only selling 6% of the total stars. That's only 600 stars, and only 473 of them will be on the whitelist. So it's actually very, very small compared to what most whitelist pre-sale or land sale would be like. And the major reason we wanted to do this, especially in this market, is because, well, the game demo is coming up. That'd be a really, really big waste if we just publish the game demo without partnering with any, for lack of a better word, acquisition or sales event. I mean, we did the 2 teasers before, and we actually did it um, without any sales events or without any major traction. I mean, of course, the teaser, the trailers is great. It attracted a lot of institutional investors and everything. But looking back and looking back at all the other all the other projects and game projects or NFT projects did it, they did it together, and it makes a lot of sense. And so yeah, we want to well, the game demo is actually a pretty big deal for us and for a lot of our users, I believe. And I really want to do it with more on an acquisition phase. And so yeah, it may not be the best time to do such a thing in a bear market, but at the same time, I was the one who really wanted to push it out from a personal angle. A lot of investors and a lot of team game devs said that well, if the markets are in bear, it gives them more time to polish up and everything. But I wanted to stick with the schedule. I really, really worry postponing it will postpone other things because, well, in a way, developers always like to cram in stuff and always like to polish things before it's out. So I think that more time, yeah, the product will be better, but in the overall pipeline of production, this may actually end up in a postpone and a delay. It's not a delay; it's actually postponing. But yeah, it's just a thing. But judging from how the community has fed feedback so far and everything, even at such a limited size, and that, well, I guess the price is for most people the concern. But honestly, I didn't see that. But if that's how the community feels, well, then together with the game devs, with the investors, I'm perfectly fine with pushing back the game demo and the sales a little bit. I'm sure my the people who will be most happy will be my devs because I've been on their ass all this time. Um, and yeah, it's okay. Well, it's always good to prepare more, especially in these markets. But before that, well, that's pretty much all the star sale and the stuff I got on my chest. Well, when I say postpone, don't think it's going to be like a few months or something. I think at most I'll just move it down a few more weeks at most, a month at most, probably just 1 or 2 weeks. Uh, well, at least we'll have everything prepared when the market is a little bit better. I hope there's a recent bump in the blockchain prices. Don't know why, actually. Absolutely no idea why, and baffles me. But well, I hope the momentum is probably gone already. But we'll hope. It's a good sign that there's still stuff going on, and it remained at these ranges. We'll see. Never know. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. I should repeat that in Chinese. So bear with me. 大家好，欢迎来到我们星期日的 AMA。如果你们想玩这个 poker 呢，那你们可以专心玩那个 poker，不用在这里听我说话。这个 AMA 主要都是说一些关于和回答一些关于那个 Star NFT Presale 的一些问题。开始回答问题之前，先说一说我对这个 Presale 的一些感想吧。还有就是最近这个社区的一些那叫什么这个有没有？反应啊，不是反应，不是啊，都是大概都是反应那个意思了。先说一说，其实这个 present 呢， 有两个方面的，只是除了这个白名单以外，还有一个就是我们这个叫幸运探索，是不是这个？就是那个 expedition 那一块。其实往后呢，跟这个其实往后差不多所有的这些 Star NFT 啊，这些行星是不是叫行星啊？因为我白话我常常说，它是星星跟太阳来的，星球就是我们的 planet，对于我来说，所以我会说星星，这些星星的 presale 呢，他们其实主要都应该是从星云探索那里得到的。这个 whitelist 其实是给一些没有Apeiron 的一些新人的一些外人，其实都是公开的人，因为我们弄的那个星云探索，其实主要的功能就是回味，不是回味，只是如果你拥有星球跟这些使徒的话，你在那边买啊、星星太阳这些 NFT 是比这个白名单还容易更便宜，因为其实白名单这些是比星云探索的那些星星还贵一点点的，星云探索他们的定价应该在0.5到这个0.5，然后乘三乘什么这样的。anyway，这个我想一会可以回答。说回我这个星星这一块，就是哇，太久没说普通话了，是都然后要说这些关于游戏的名词，我真的最不懂怎么说但是我想说的就是看到写区的一些反应啊，觉得价格太贵啊，使徒拥有使徒跟星球的人为什么还要干啊？还有就是雄狮了，为什么还做这个 presale 呢？其实我想说的是，其实我们已经把总量减了很多很多。从其实我们一开始的可能有点像 Illuvium 一样，只买一个分量的，就是1/5和1/10，但是现在其实我们在卖1/20的星星跟太阳。还有主要为什么要这时候做？其实因为这个游戏的封测，是不是有时封测？其实这是我们的那个战斗的那块那个测试都是封测，那个战斗的封测要出来了。而我不想好像很浪费，因为之前呢，其实发生了什么事，就是我们做了2条片。就是用我们以前的一些东西，我们发的时候就是没跟一些pre-sale 或没跟一些什么什么特别的一些叫呃 acquisition 不知道怎么说，呃一些 event 推出，而其实这个封测都应该是我们一个蛮重要的一个里程碑来的，所以想是做一个小的买卖，不然好像只把游戏扔出去，然后都做了挺久的，其实我看到那个品质都很好，所以都不想浪费，好像要配合一些一个小型的呃 presale 也好所以我们就坚持推出这个。但是当然了，现在看到大家都觉得就算如果做这些，都可能市场的反应也不会太好呢。当然了，可以推迟一点才推出这个 presale 跟这个游戏的封测也可以，因为如果我推迟这个，其实一直来说，从游戏的团队跟我是投资者跟很多人呢，都跟我说只是不如等一等吧。可是我觉得如果真的等的话，啊会不会？因为我不想因为大势环境推迟延误这个游戏的开发。当然了，虽然就算推迟这个封测也不太会延误太多，但是我觉得我一直一直都想追到一些啊、制作的里程碑吧，因为都想快一点把游戏推出但是当然 其实都不可以太快，也要看大神的环境，这个我明白的。现在看到这个血群的一些反应呢，我就觉得那就推迟一点吧，反正也可以等市场的气氛好一点。但是我觉得，如果这外的时候推迟也不是推迟的，我不会推迟很多个，最多也是1个月而已，等个几个礼拜吧，然后等反应好一点再说吧。最近这个Bitcoin ETH 那个都回淡了一点，不知道为什么，完全不知道为什么会这样的。最近的消息都不是太好，其实所以也不是看的太，都也看得蛮淡的。呃，我大概这样了。先看看这些问题吧，然后就再说一下。哇，太久没说普通话了，我普通话又退步了。还是我要找啊？我要我老婆说她教我，她的普通话比我好很多。OK, back to English. Hey, one game started. One game started. Okay, cool. Let's jump to the EMA. What's the questions? There we go. I pinned the first one. Let's go. The rewards. I forgot what I promised for rewards this time. But I'll just mark the ones I think is great, and I'll get the rewards later. I've been OG upgrade room. Oh, this reminds me. I have to do 6 more levels of OG, and I have to get some games started soon. Anyway, let's mark down them first. Zimdib. Oh, first. Oh, looking back. How are you and the family doing? It's great. Well, my son's birthday on Thursday. Went to Disney. It's hot as shit. But yeah, she had fun. And I lost 2 pounds from all the heat. I was just wondering, do I need to orbit my planets and start around a star in order to play? Or can they be floating around on their own journey? Yes. You don't need to orbit the star. You can just play anytime you want. The orbit a star only allows you need to orbit a star, so to speak. Well, you need to join an alliance, so to speak, in order to participate in the alliance events. But you can actually perfectly fine. You, all you need is one planet. You don't have to do anything else, and you can just play the single player campaigns. You can play on the planet, the dungeons, the other dungeons in the game map, and the PvP, the arenas, the single player ones. There's a lot of content over there. But of course, um, if you want to participate in the mid to late game content and alliance gameplay, you have to um, join an alliance and preferably orbit your planet around the stars. When you're reading, you have to visit other planets. Is it only planets around the star or in orbit with that you can visit? No, you can visit any planet actually. The gameplay has not exactly been tied down. The visiting of planets is most likely going to be quite randomized in the beginning because if you can visit a specific planet in an orbit, that is actually more alliance and more gameplay, and it would be very retributional. As fun as it is, it will probably be a limited time only. The other times that you can visit other player planets when it opens will probably be on a very random basis, much like how COC does it. Joke, good. What does a star win in a competition? A constellation prize. Angry time, let's see, for important with. I think it's some tip. For being first. Let's mark you down for some rewards. We'll decide later what it is. Phil, our officer dude. I would like to know how do you calculate the amount of stars in each tier? Is it based on any complex mathematic models? Well, it's calculated based on a simple rarity model, and then I begin adding a little bit this and that to it because the stars have different passives and stats when I first designed them from my little book. But yes, it's been altered significantly by Lawmaster and others, and then the rules went back to me, and I decided the numbers based on the game rules that they provided. Well, but it's mostly based on um, what I perceive their functions will be, and they are listed in these three tiers, except for the lowest one, that's in two, and there is some mathematic model behind it, but after the mathematic model was based, I pretty much just went straight for religious significant numbers to finalize the numbers. So it will be off with the mathematic model for quite a bit for some of them. And I also altered them based on, of course, the distribution of where they are. So the very base of this model is done off of a mathematic model. But then I altered two layers on top of it. The first layer is on the markets. So we got 12 galaxies, right? So each galaxy is based on different creation myths. And from a business angle, I think there are different markets. It represents different markets with different spending powers. So each region's spending power will have different types of distributions. It's done. The distribution is done with a standard deviation model, with lower spending power markets skewing towards the right, meaning the lower end, and with the higher spending power ones skewing towards the higher tier stars. But mostly, it will be a pretty standard deviation across the galaxies. And then, of course, in different sizes. And after that is we try to find. Well, I try to find um, biblically significant numbers. It will take a long time for you guys to figure out which biblical passages or text or numbers I'll be going for. But yeah, that's how I did it. But it's just it doesn't really mean anything. What's most important is actually which constellation you got and what type of players you got. These are just little things I do with them in between. And number two, what is astute? Where did it come from? Why did other dude call them astute? Actually, astute is I believe astute is the role playing horsey from the knight. Um, I should leave this question to be answered by I think the one who draw them was the art guys. And I have to save it to them. Of course, the natural name for this dude should be M dude, but yeah, they called it S dude instead. That's actually a fun reason, but I wouldn't want to spoil it. Maybe I'll put it in one of the Doodland Delight pieces for them to explain why they chose S dude and not M dude, and what exactly does S mean. But yeah, I don't like to answer the people's backstories and Easter eggs. But I'll take a note, and then I'll throw this to Bookworm, the art team. Okay, joke time. What's the sweetest thing in the universe? The Milky Way. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's not bad. Actually, I think my wife likes the Milky Way chocolate, but I don't. Oh, it's been a Mars friend. What's the Snickers? No, Snickers. Snickers is my favorite. Oh, okay. Oh, I got the answer. Oh, okay. I got Phil. Esther is actually not from the art team. It's from Bookworm and me. The trustee steed. Have you heard of that saying? The knight and his trustee steed, or stead, the horse thing. And we just changed that to stewed, and it matches sort of with the with the artwork. So there you have it. Absolutely forgot about that. Now that bookworm reminded me, I remember. Yep. Let me take a look. Really start giving out some old rules. Okay. We continue to walk things down. Baby tiger. Need to stop throwing these scary, lovely Daddy Frank stuff. You can just call me Frank, please. I just need to know that any special privilege for star holders, like APR's airdrop or special thing. Nope. The positioning of the star is actually, in my mind, the best passive yielder in the entire bunch of assets. So no airdrops, no nothing will be needed for these stars. They are the passive generators of all future regularity, and the star holders will be the ones taking a pretty big cut from every yield. I'll even set the minimum to quite high for the star holders. So it's, in a way, that is really the biggest perk of the stars. So yeah, no APRs drop or anything. Their long-term profitability is alone enough. Will you add more chances to get VID whitelisted, like higher tier remove holders, or to get VID whitelists? No, not with the amount of stars in the pre-sale. We're actually selling very little, and that is the whole reason why we did the mark thing, even for the apostles in the beginning, was because well, there were some worries that it's too easy to get a VIP whitelist, and but yeah, we understand a lot of people wants to get on the whitelist and VIP whitelist, and thinking this is just a normal pre-sale, just like any other. So they're thinking, why are asset holders not having an advantage or privilege over them? But really want to reiterate is that the advantage for asset holders is entirely in the primeval in the Nebula Expedition. 94% of the entire land sales will probably take place there. Even if not, it would be 90% of the entire sales will take place over there. And you need to stake planets and apostles there to get it. So that is the entire thing that is built entirely to serve Apeiron asset holders. This little whitelist pre-sale is really, well, of course, if you want to guarantee yourself one, or you want to flip, or you want to play around with the dynamics, yeah, you would like to get on the whitelist and the pre-sale, but yeah, not trying to indulge more on that. And with the pessimism I'm getting from most of the markets, I think we really should think of a way to try to get the right people for the whitelist. Otherwise, the other way to go is to over allocate, which I'm sure a lot of projects do. And we actually plan on that. That has to be a little over allocation, but how much over allocation, I'm not sure. I don't want to hand out so many whitelists that people who whitelist can't mint. Of course, we all know that a certain percent of the whitelists always don't mint. So this is actually something that's boggling me, and the community team and us have always been wondering. So what's the ideal amount of whitelist and to which it gets? Yeah. No, I got some suggestions from the community. We'll work on it. But in general, um, um, if we increase the amount of the whitelist, you will have to expect there'll be some over allocation, and and the only way to get VID is the apostles. The primeval holders, no, we'll have an easier time getting on the whitelist, but the VID must be done via the apostles. Apeiron Universe gets great reviews on any platform. I hope so too, baby tiger. Because too many stars. Jesus. That's a good one. Okay. I think everyone who asked a question, I'll get them a roll or something. So I don't have to mark much names down. Shawnee. Hey Frank, I would like to know about the park feature, where there would be a detail about the limits of different tier. Oh, that's coming up in next week's next Tuesday's article. The passives, the number of tracks, maybe number of tracks. Not sure about the number of tracks, but a lot of the passive, the bonuses of a star is actually the details will be out next Tuesday. Well, just sit tight. It's the same with similar to Planet Presale with 3 codexes explaining all three parts of what the star will be about, and you'll learn more about it next week. Uh, I said before the maximum was planned at 250, but the general median or average number of orbits tracks is actually still deciding. It's always a heated debate. There are multiple things to consider. Um, but yeah, well, you'll find out the details in the next piece of Medium article. Also, well, stars can be rented when the game launches. Stars should be able to be rented. I'll double confirm this with Law Scruple in one of the articles in the mediums. But to my knowledge, yes, you can rent stars. Because if you think about the positioning of the star NFT versus the planet NFT, it's like the main game asset and the land. So the main game asset actually requires the players to be more involved to play or to have more execution. I mean, even the laziest thing you have to do for planets is you actually have to breed them, and you should really and you have to rent them out if you don't want to play the game. But stars, you can be even more lazy than that. You can just buy it and just rent it. That's probably the easiest thing. You don't have to perform any other execution. You can just the idea of star is really pure passive income. Well, unless you want to manage the alliance. I'll probably delegate that out. Every time I play an alliance game, I've been an alliance owner or an alliance manager before. It's fun, but definitely I prefer steamrolling other people. I don't want to manage all that people. Oh, I just want to play the game when I play games. Yeah, but I'll own a star. I'll bet my ass. Like I'll probably own a few constellations myself, and but I'll delegate it all out to find gamers or managers that are good at gaming and to help me manage them to ensure that they can play it and earn me some regularity, so I could gamble my way through the events. And yeah, plus one. Why does the Imperial Stellar tablet chest 5 doesn't have a chance to get a tier 1 custom NFT? Customization NFT. Uh oh, because tier 1 the lowest tier. Oh, they reversed it. I need to mark a note here. The higher tiers, they did a reversal on a tier. Oh my god. Well, now I know what you're talking about. Uh, yeah, the customization NFT and the star tier is reversed. The star tiers are the tier 1 are the highest, while the customization of the tiers were written wrong. So yeah, that's something of a typo. Sorry about that, Shawnee, and sorry about that, everyone. But yes, the higher tier chests have the higher chance to open up higher tiers. And it's a heck of confusing over there. The joke. Thank you for the joke, Shawnee. What did the stars say if they want to start a fight? Haunt with me, bro. Come at me, bro. Okay. Well, thank you, Shawnee. And thanks for pointing that out. We'll definitely fix that. Elvin, hi Frank and my dear prone to wish you a great and everything well. Question 1. It's so sad to say that my dude and their god are poor or weak. All of ours livings in the slums. And they wish to be changing their lifestyles. Wow, that's a tough read. It's so sad to say that my dude and their god, all of our lives, all of ours living in the slums. They wish to change their lifestyle. The Apeiron will sell the star in the next few weeks, but we will have limited budget but we have minimum budget and so greedy. Ooh. Wish to be living in higher tier stars parking our planet. Wish to be living in the higher tier stars parking our planets in their lands, paying some rent fees. Uh, wow, it's very hard to wrap it around my head. In the end, my question was, will it be a rental system and marketplace coming out together when the game was launching? In the end, my question was, will it be a yes, there will be a rental system, and yeah, they will be in the marketplace when the game launches. Any additional benefits for me holding Star NFT and Primeval Planet together when I'm stacking? Elfin, you can type Chinese next time. I think I would read a lot better at what you're trying to ask. Because I read what you said in the Chinese chats, and I can answer all those questions there actually. All your concerns and fears when you type them out in the Chinese chats, but I can't quite make it out on what you're trying to say in this question. Wooden stars and primeval planets. The stars staking system will be different from that of a primeval planet and puzzle staking system. And staking stars is actually on the aligned side of the gameplay. And you'll be orbiting your planets around stars. So the only thing that really stacks together is the planet's ability to orbit them and to significantly speed up the aging. That's pretty much it. But yes, like I was looking forward if you would ask the questions you typed in the Chinese chats the other day, because I would love to answer those questions and concerns you had there. But yeah, significantly hoping you could ask in Chinese next time maybe. Alvin Chinese，你下次打中文问我，这英语看的有点不太懂了。嗯，okay, moving on, Rise. This is a joke. Son, I want a baby brother. Mom, the dad is overseas. When he comes back, we will talk over it. Why don't you give him a surprise? Holy crap, that is a very not safe for work joke. But oh, glad to have you here. Oh, I'll give you an upgrade. Oh my god, I haven't given out OG upgrade roses for so long. Almost forgot the next tier is called Neander, dude. Sauce. Oh, Frank, I hope you and your family are okay. How many planets can you park next to a star? This number is directly proportional to the size of the star. The number of stars that can be parked, pretty much the basic functions of all stars is based on the tier of the boxes. So there are 4 tiers based on 4 prices, and each price is a multiple of 3. And the number of stars part, the aging, and almost all function of these stars is based on these multiples of 3. So you can expect the lowest tier box of the stars is the minimum amount of tracks and orbits, and going up will be multiples of 3. So from the lowest tier sets, should I reveal it here? Well, I can give you a quick peek. It's there'll be 2 to 3 stars within each box and different tiers. These tiers, of course, the higher the tier goes, the more tracks and everything will go with it. But even if you got the lower tier one, the lower tier one actually has more customization slots. So if you plug in more stuns and customization in there, you can actually bump it up to similar to that of a higher tier in that chest in that tier. Um, something like that. So yeah, it's directly proportional to the chest, if you ask me, the chest and its tiers, the 4 tiers of the chests. And yes, the higher tier stars have more tracks and allowing more alliance members and a more aging buff. These two are the most basic functions of the stars. Joke 1. Why did people not like the restaurant on the moon? There was no atmosphere. Hmm. Why did a star didn't go to college? Because it already had 1,000,000 degrees. This is pretty nice. What does an astronaut call his ex-girlfriend from space? It's basic. Hmm. Not bad, not bad, Sauce. Thank you for the jokes. Hey, Frank. Hope you're having a good day. How many different tier stars are there? I'd say on paper it's 11. On paper. Question 2. What is the total amount of stars that is available? 11,498. It's written in the white paper as well. And speaking of which, the white paper will be upgraded soon. More information regarding the battle and the star. Price of star for people who mint. It's in the medium actually. I believe it's 0.66, 1.8, and 5. It should be slightly higher than the ones you get from expedition. Will be 0.5, 1.5, 0.5. Yeah, it's exactly multiples of 3 because of the system we are going for. And the double expedition. 3 chests becomes 1. Why someone would choose what this means over stellar chests? They're both stellar chests. I think what you mean is why would someone choose Whitelist over the Nebula Expedition? Because well, the stellar expedition is also limited, and some people may have very little assets, especially people who don't have the primeval exodiums or don't have the apostles. Their chance of winning, of getting the allotment in the Nebula expeditions may be a lot lower compared with the ones that get in the whitelist. And the whitelist also is accompanied by the well, it comes out as a bulk, and it was supposed to come in earlier than the Nebula expedition. I'm not so sure about that now. It should still be before the Nebula expedition ends. So they are the first bunch that will go live and public. And if there is a chance to flip, the whitelist is probably easier to flip than the one in Nebula expedition. If according to the old style that they get flipped earlier. But yeah, again, never really wanted Apeiron to be flipped like that. But we'll see how things go. This time, I think will be a lot different compared to last time. Last time we don't have the partners already, and last time we didn't really turn on a lot of the marketing. And this time, together with the game demo, but of course it's the bear market now, so yeah, it's multiple situations. But if we were to do this, the Planet pre-sale, I'm pretty sure it will sell out because we already have all the partners, the funding and everything that is right in place for us to maximize it. Well, yeah, oh well, we'll see, we'll see. And joke number 1: what did the planet tell to the star? You have no life. Who says there are no toots living on stars? Well, technically there isn't. What's on some of the planets they are dead stars. But yeah, you're right. The suns have no substitutes. They'll be burning them. Well, thanks for the questions, Clown. It's Murderer. Ooh, a new dude. Apeiron has complicated gameplay with many terms. Is there a guide for newbies or scholars to simplify the gameplay? Yes, there's a lot actually. Try and talk to the dudes around town. And oh, it's a new account. Hmm. Piff Dow. Interesting. Oops. Roll. Yeah, I understand there's a lot of terms. If you want the more layman terms and the easier guide version, feel free to chat up with any of the daddies. There is a whole bunch of simplified guides and infographics out there. I'm sure you can find one. And if you still don't understand, well, always DM me or talk to me. I'm always there to answer questions. But I'm not sure if I'm the greatest person to tell you the simplified version. So I just really like to talk about Apeiron. And I will go very deep diving any time of the day. Yeah, so probably simplifying, don't find me. Deep diving, always find me. Hardworking bee. Hello, Frank. Have a nice day. Oh, thank you. Let me tell you a joke about an innocent boy. Holy crap. Little Johnny saw his father's car passing by the yacht and parked in the small forest behind. Out of curiosity, he followed the car and saw Baba kissing Aunt Jane. Oh. Johnny found this very interesting and couldn't help, so he ran home and showed it to his mother. What the crap? Mom, I was playing the yacht when I saw my dad and the boy is excited set, out of breath. Johnny's mother tells him to talk slowly. I was playing at the yacht when I saw my dad's car parked in the woods. Going into the woods with Aunt Jane. When I followed you, Dad was kissing Auntie passionately. Then he helped her take off her shirt, and Aunt helped her take off her pants. And then Aunt Jane lay down on the car seat. Then Baba, the mama, suddenly interrupted and said, Johnny, this is such a good story. Please keep the ending and tell me over dinner to see how happy I am. At dinner, Mom asked Johnny to tell the story of this afternoon. The boy described how the cow went to the forest, how the two of them took their shirts off, laid down, and concluded. Then Papa and Aunt Jane did the same thing that Mom and Uncle Jack did when Papa was in the army. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Holy crap. This is a hardworking bee. And he's in every language channel. Do you speak all of them? Oh, give you an altitude Reno for being in every language channel. I sure hope you don't mind having so many channels. Lazaro, our EMA winner all the time. Oh, Frank, I always take care of your health. I need you. Thanks, Mark. I'll give you a Sana joke. Sana, I need one more mini black hole to breed my planets. Can I buy yours? No need to buy. You're one of one and you're hidden. Nothing. Where? In Uranus. Oh boy. Oh, Mark. How do you get to win all the AMAs? Oh, Love Rock. From Guildfly. Most playthrough in NFT gaming can only be played for PC users. It's a major problem for users who don't have PC. So my question will be, games be available in the mobile version only for PC? The games will be available in mobile. A lot of the controls are designed to be mobile friendly because we actually wanted to develop Apron as a mobile game in the beginning. But the first versions of the closed betas will likely be on PC only. We want to develop with Unity. The port to mobile will come pretty soon as well, so don't worry about it. The the PvP test should be mobile, to my knowledge. Question 2. Do you have an anti-whale mechanism? Oh, I've seen these before. To play to prevent all the NFTs from being bought by whales, which consequently deprive the community from NFT purchases. Yes, I answered it. This is in one of the AMAs. Let me recall if I remember the answer. Well, we don't do any mechanisms like that because that betrays the concept of NFTs. It's mostly by the public for the public, and it's up. And if the whale do buy it all out, it's because the public sold it to the whales. And yeah, and I think the whales will probably only target the higher tier ones or to create a monopoly, which is perfectly fair and fine if they want to do that. But of course, we also hold a lot of NFTs. If you even look at my personal account, I hold a lot of the NFTs. I think anyone can monopolize all the classes without us knowing, and we'll probably be doing something about it if it goes really unhealthy, like us setting ridiculous prices for XE back in the days. But yeah, we'll do something about that. But actually, you never know. It's the whales that are doing all this that gave birth to the entire playthrough and economy, you know? That's how gaming guilds are born. Because people set stuff, the needed stuff at ridiculously high prices, creating such a high barrier of entry, it gave birth to gaming guilds. You never know what happens. Question 3. When it comes to safety, nobody can guarantee the security of a smart contract, as we all know. However, auditing plays a thing around. Oh, preset questions. And so, yeah, we audit. Actually, we went around town. We went Certic, and then we went with some other auditing platforms. PackShield, and what's the other one called? I don't know what's wrong with my memory. PackShield and the other one, Snow Mist. And then honestly, it wasn't that great. So we're going back with Certic. Certic is still pretty good compared with everything. It's slower, a little more expensive, but at the same time, according to Law Scribbler and the rec board and the boards, well, the rankings, they're still one of the best choices out there. As for the project security, well, I have a pretty good vote on Law Scribbler. He does things pretty carefully, and he's been in crypto before. The measurable data token is still doing great, still doing fine, and yeah, he is very experienced. So yeah, that's all I can say. But then, as I always talk about security, I always talk about compensation first. So yeah, when there's a security flaw, which I bet there will always be one, well, always look to compensate the players in the community fair and square, and and that's the most important thing about security. Can't promise anything unhackable. King Luffy. Oh, this reminds me that One Piece is not updating for quite a while. But yeah, it's close to the end of the arc. Finally, one of the longest running manga is going to close. Wonder what One Piece is at the end. I hope it's not a lazy ending. Will the price of all the whitelisting spots be in the same each batch? Yes. Will the NFT staking have a lock period that prevents you from using the NFT per time you can use and stick it? There will be a lock period, but it shouldn't prevent you from using it, such as you can play the game when it's staked. But can you stake it in one pool and stake it in another? No, you cannot. There will be multiple pools in the same time in the future. This is only the only lock of these NFTs. You can still play it. You cannot. Can you breed it? No, you cannot. Oh, right, you cannot breed it. Sorry. Yeah, but can you unstake at any time? Yes, you can unstake at any time. For the planets, you can't, I believe. But I would really have to double check with Lost Scribble regarding this. Because I know you can for the oh wait, maybe you cannot. The last time I had a conversation with Lost Grouper, we were entering an argument regarding this. So actually, I think once you stake your star, your planet, you cannot unstake a planet. Let me get back to you. When I was thinking, holy crap, let me ask him right now. He's online. He'll get back to me. What are the complete benefits of the star? Well, wait for the article. Wait for the Medium articles. I don't want to say the complete. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to give any complete benefits. Who knows what type of additional expansions and stuff we will be doing with the stars in the future. So hate to use the word complete. I mean it's a very open-ended thing. Always related with passive income generation and the alliances that I can guarantee you. But I can tell you what's the most beneficial point of the stars right now. It's the aging buffs for planets who orbit them, and it's for the absolute requirement for participating in alliance content. These are the two most important things. And yeah, well, the alliance generates as a regularity our third token, which is probably the most premium token in the entire ecosystem. Oh, no scrupular answered. You cannot unstake any time. Once it is staked, it is staked into only assuming. And you breed during the staking. Oh no, you cannot breed during staking. So the time you breeds between the stakings. Yeah, there you go. There's an opportunity cost. My joke. Big Bang Theory. God spoke and bang, it happened. So stop asking me things before your planet is next. One more joke. Are star NFTs basically land? Yes. Is that really be land when we own planets? Well, that's where the concept of land and planets are. Yeah, most people think planets are land. But yeah, they need to play more SAT. It's metaphorical. If planets are land, if planets are basic gameplay units, then what are stars? Ooh, Chinese. 大大卷 Hades，请教几个行星的问题。是行星还是恒星？我不知道怎么说，因为广东话是恒星。行星分14个区分布，各区的行星居家成好果是有区别，是会有自己独有的特性。行星没有，那是星座有自己独有的特性。每个行星都是会在14区的一个星座里面。而如果你能拿满一个星座，或把这些星座都积压在同一个工会上，就会有一个特性的，是关于这个有几个bonus 这个 bonus 中文是什么？有几个都会有特性吧。但是独有自己一个行星的话，它应该是没有的。相同价格的行星作为土地，是否有不同的属性？对15种行星而言，是选择适合自己的行星。15种星球，跟行星本身是没有，这个属性是没有关系的。不是每个你同一个 tier 不同一个 tier 都可以放所有的行星，也不会有对这个15种行星有15种这个我喜欢叫他们做星球，这个白话是叫星球。相同这个都可以放的，不会有不同的。他们不同的只是能给多少个星球环有他们跟他们能拥立多少个工会的人数，还有他们能装备多少这个customization slot 的中文怎么说？不知道中文都是他们的这个每个行星都有一个装备栏的。高级的行星有多一些装备的装备。Oh my god！多啲裝備欄啊！救命啊！普通話。星源探索获得行星白名单是否？星源探索不是获得白名单，星源探索直接就拿行星了。选择行星地区。我们星源探险是会根据每一个地区开放的，比如说行星在星源探险是一个月大概是一个月一次。 每一次都是根据不同的地区，我们会说的。下一个行星，第一个行星，他们都是在 Axis Mundi，都是在中心的。下一个应该是在日本的，如果我没记错的话。因为他说，我的是，嗯，因为他说集结了这个 Stellar Tabula 那个宝箱。5 ETH 1.8 0.06行星的比例是多少？在 Medium 里面其实是有说的，在 Whitelist 这个价格是 Whitelist，我现在帮你看一看，我都忘了写了，0.66是207，1.8是204，5 ETH 是62，单个行星可以同时获得多个单个行星可以同時獲得多方行星不加成嗎？哦，单个的星会跟 multiple status，真的是的，哦，能吗？想想有没有？严格来说，你可以得到星座的 buff，所以你因为星座，你可以得到其他的 buff，都算是。都可以算可以，只要是同一个星座合起来，在同一个工会都是可以得到的，但是不会很大哦，相比自己的。行星是否也会上升？是否也会隨着時間的移動出現變老？没有，行星是不会变老的，没有寿命。谢谢你的问题。哇，我的普通话太烂了。可能我真的要陪宫保兄他去这个 voice chat 多跟他们学习这个普通话。Disillusioned. Will there be a rental system? Yes. How do you plan to balance the game so that big investors do not have great advantages? Well, big investors don't play the game, and will free-to-play players be able to earn substantial money from the game? Um, Not really. Well, I can't exactly answer that correctly because it's a team game. If you're a free to play player, but you manage to get in a great alliance, then yeah, you can earn efficiently and you can earn pretty substantial. But you really have to pull your weight if you are a free to earn player or free to play player holding a free to play planet or a very not desirable planet to participate in the alliance in order for them to give you that slot to carry you, so to speak. Because a lot of the alliance competitions and gameplay is centered around, well, yeah, competitions. And will they be carrying free to play players? Well, some of them will. But I think there's a risk in carrying lower tiered players. But yeah, there are different tiers of gameplay. I think the most efficient ones involve more risk and more competition. The lower risk ones won't earn as much substantial money, but there will be a different decent amount of money if you commit to doing teamwork and participating in the alliance gameplay. If not, how do you plan to attract large amount of players? Well, by having a really fun game and by giving them a much more stable income, although that's not as high, but at least it will be stable and a really fun user base to play with. And if they want rewards, honestly, I can find more rewards in the community than in the game, probably, if you are a free-to-play player, as long as you're active and help out. Hmm. So to break the game's economy. Hmm. Yeah, I think one of the things on not breaking a game's economy is actually being very stingy and and not try to give out too many stuff or try to create economies that promise too many things other than fun. And there must be competition. Well, circling back to that first part of the question, how do you plan to balance the game so that big investors do not have great advantages? Oh, I'd say that's where the whole esports elements lies. I mean, games and economies still need big investors, and they still need to be rewarded and compensated. So there's always two sides to the gameplay of Apeiron. One that favors the big investors, the big spenders, the whales, and another side called esports, where everything is balanced, and it favors those who have more skill and dedication.看不到我的名字，请问我在幸运参选得到宝箱后，如果一直不打开会怎么样？其实你在幸运探索的开始的时候，已经把你的钥匙放进去，所以你一拿到奖品后，其实就会直接开了，就不会有一个状态是还没打开这样的。根据我的理解，谢谢。Inventory. If I own 12 apostles，公宝你出了吗？那个 token 里面，现在看到你的 tick。If I own 12 apostles, am I considered a lord? Hey, you asked that before. Yeah, you're considered. There's a lore NFT for you. Lord of Origins. If I have a high rarity, while my enemy have more apostles, can you predict the outcome of the battle? If I have a high rarity, I have many more apostles. Also, you are asking that you have four higher rarity apostles, and the other enemy have many apostles. Well, I'm pretty sure the first few games you will win because you have a higher rarity and more powerful, I guess. But if you only have fewer apostles, then your combinations will be very limited, and the enemy will eventually find ways to to counter your combination. And so if you continue to keep playing and playing against the same enemy, he will eventually probably find a way to counter your gameplay style. So yeah, in the short term you'll win. In the long term, I think he'll win. Number 3, well, stomps are extremely frustrating, especially so soon after a new launch, and can seriously harm a project. Please provide some details on your anti-well mechanism. How trustworthy is it? Well, if I'm the biggest well, then that could be solved. um, Depends. Whether we're going centralized exchange or decentralized. If we're going for centralized, the biggest well is the market maker that we're going to hire and us ourselves. And if it's going to decentralize, I think, to be honest, I'll be controlling the bulk of the liquidity, and I'll be the biggest well out there. So, and we will still be market making the crap out of it. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest anti-well mechanism that we'll be doing. I think it's good for the community to understand that every time a well dumps, the market making machine turns off. The market will have a chance to actually buy stuff at a lot lower price. But yeah, and we'll always make sure the prices get stable and go up steadily. That's the game plan for Apeiron. But this question is I really don't think there's a good answer to how to safeguard the investors. I think market making is great, but there's always the market conditions. I mean, do you safeguard the investors in a super bear market? How do even projects promise that? And if a project do promise that, then what exactly is the means behind the project? I mean, what are they going for? It baffles me actually. 神秘人，请问行星有没有属于自己的地下城的地图？有些会有啊， 有些行星是不是属于自己，是属于公开的，大家都可以玩到，但是别人玩的时候，你可以有收成嘛。因为始终每个行星都是在这个地图上啊一个独有的一个地方嘛，所以他们隔壁有时候有些行星会有一个特别的黑洞啊，或者一个特别的星云。这个星云也会有一些低层，或会有一些不一定是低层，可以是一个活动，是一个小 mini game 这样的东西来的。那这些如果有玩家进去玩游戏的话，拿到些什么都会对星星旁边的这个活动隔壁的行星有一些呃着数啊，有一些啊不知道怎么说，都很有用了，有收入但是当然了，高铁的星星就多一点这些东西出现。嗯Arceus. Do I have to play 24/7 to maximize the growth of my planet? Mm, the growth of one planet, I think, can only be maximized so much in one day. It doesn't have to be 24/7. But if you have multiple planets, that will become 24/7. There should be an amount of time you can spend on growing your planets each day, waiting for the mana to regen, or waiting for the dudes to build stuff for you. No matter how much stuff you throw at them, they still need time to build stuff for you. The dudes are, well, not that smart. They need time to figure things out. So no, you don't. But if you want to battle your heart out against other players, you can do that 24/7. I believe. At what age do my avatar reach its maturity? It's not the planet's age, actually. Is it? Is it tied? Not necessarily. No. Um, it's the level of your Eden, I believe. The evolution of. Oh wait. There may be. I shouldn't talk about this because the evolution of the avatar is related with the expansions. But the avatars can go straight to battle once they are unlocked, which is pretty early. And you guys will be playing the PvP version and PvE version pretty early. And once the game goes to PvP launch, you'll be playing a lot of the. Well, to be honest, you're gonna expect the battle mode to be out even before that of the simulation mode in terms of a beta standpoint. Oh yeah, but in the real gameplay in the full launch, then you're supposed to unlock your avatar first. Number three, I'm excited for the dudes, but I'm more excited for the Armageddon. That's the more frequent contact I'm going to say, hey, I think I answered this question before. No, the Armageddon can let you choose a good way to Armageddon called Rapture or sacrifice everything in the evil Armageddon. So you can keep choosing the Rapture to keep your alignment. YF, joke time. What happens when a star has too much gas? It gets constellationed. Maybe it should loosen its around belt. Oh, that's a pretty good one. One message showed likely a spammer. Lucifer. 基亚行星的宝箱是马商。哦，Lucifer 为何你别给人 mark 你做 spammer 呢？你要不要跟 Discord 的 customer service 做一个投诉啊？哦，基亚星球获得的宝箱是马上开的。开启行星宝箱可以拿到购买行星的白名单，不是这样的。 开启行星宝箱就能拿到哪个行星了？是不是行星啊？还是恒星啊？不知道怎么发音。挤压获得宝箱的品质有多少种？挤压获得的宝箱的品质是所有的种类比白名单还多一层。挤压与挤压星球的纯度有关，还是有星的数量？应该是可以跟数量有关吧。如果这样问的话，谢谢你的说法。Sana, with everyone's up and rising popularity, I think our star needs to wear sunglasses, since they'll be as famous as movie stars. Oh, you need to work better on your jokes, man. Goat? 廣東話？哦，finally。想問下，質押獲得嘅行星係唔係隨機？質押會獲得咩級別嘅行星？質押得嘅行星其實因為你係攞個寶箱，個寶箱係會隨機開嗰個 tier 嘅其中一粒咯。質押會獲得咩級別嘅行星？質押咧其實咧係咁玩嘅，係質押晒你啲星球之後，你就會攞到一個分數。分數優先嘅咧就會根據你即係等咗幾多錢入去。如果你係等0.5嘅，而你質押得多嘅，咁你 pretty much 係一定可以攞到最低級別嗰個寶箱嘅。如果你放咗1.5咧，咁你咪一定會攞1.5咯。但係如果你唔夠人 stick 得多嘅，咁你可能會都係攞翻一個0.5咯。咁啊，當然啦，最高級嗰啲寶箱咧，即係如果你係想攞最高級別嘅寶箱咧，你係應該可能真係 stick 10。我即係最貴嗰個係14.5度啦，即係我會 stick 咗15 ETH 落去，再將我所有嘅星球同行星拍晒落第一個 sticking 嗰度，咁我就一定要 guarantee 我攞到最高 tier 嗰個咯，嗰個應該第一次得6粒咁樣。獲得咩級別嘅行星？其實係你自己買嘅。你想攞咩級別嘅行星，你就要放幾多 ETH 落去。你想攞0.5級，你就淨係放0.5 ETH，買0.5 ETH 嘅鎖匙，跟住你就同你啲星球等落去。質押嘅份額同獲得星球有冇關係？質押其實係質押嗰個，因為其實你係要買 key，你要買鎖匙先嘅。咁你個 key 係用咗幾錢買，就係等於你想獲得嗰個星球咯。跟住你等幾多星球啊，等幾多個 apostle 落去，其實只係增加你嘅機會率，自己會唔會被抽中嘅啫。按照目前嘅市場代幣會唔會預期上市？唔會啊，本身想8月，但係其實8月都唔係太好，因為8月有好多 sale event。9月嘅話咧，其實而家望緊9月同10月咯。但係如果做得9月嘅話，其實就可能直接做10月，因為個遊戲10月都 launch。咁不如放近呢個遊戲 launch，可能會 just before 個遊戲 launch。而家講緊，但係都係睇翻個市場情況咯。要再決定啊呢個行星定價會唔會太貴？有啲人覺得太貴嘅，但係其實如果你將我哋同出嚟比，其實又係咪好貴咧？我又唔覺得好貴。即係如果我真係想比嘅話，我會想同 Illuvium 比咯。咁 Illuvium 個行星個價格係睇下先啊，我抹貴咗。要幾多錢數我自己嘅星球？睇下先啦。我抹低咗，佢用咗0.31、3.6同15。咁我哋而家係其實我哋係0.5、1.5、4.5同埋15。我哋係貴過 Illuvium 少少添，但係 Illuvium 有10萬個地，我哋有11000個地，所以你問我，我就唔覺得貴。但係喺個市場氣氛個環境算唔算貴啊？ 我亦都唔覺得貴喎，因為 ETH 平咗啊嘛，咁點會貴咗咧？咁但係都明嘅，都明大家覺得呢個市場嗰個環境係貴，但係我就我諗我可能我對自己個 gameplay 同埋嚟緊呢個 battle demo 都太有信心，所以覺得應該會揾到。同埋喺 Luffy 身上學取咗一樣嘢，我可以掃鬼晒自己啲地。咁如果我係咁做嘅話，我係會掃晒自己啲地，如果賣唔出嚟嘅話，我都幾肯定我會面爆咗嚿嘢。如果真係睇到啲人係唔買嘅話，咁我係會自己買晒佢。咁但係有冇咁做啊？其實都諗緊嘅，其實都可以刪咗佢嘅，因為地最終係地就唔會 burn 噶啦。咁所以寧願直接 shut off 咗嗰個 sale 算咯。咁但係你問我哋而家就係咪400幾笪地啊？就算賣唔晒，我直接掃咗佢都得啦。我做乜嘢？我做乜要咁樣？使唔使啲雲熱蛋咧？我覺得不需要嘅。咁但係我會再睇咯，因為始終如果好多 community 啊，或者即係如果我哋嘅 community 啊，如果出嚟嗰個 demo 嘅氣氛係唔好嘅話，咁一定會延遲啦。但其實而家都會延遲少少啦。我見大家見到淨係賣473笪地都咁大回響啦。咁放遲啲啦，咁大家開心啲啦。除咗我之外，第五遊戲上線後仲會唔會有星雲探險，或者有冇其他玩法，再獲得多啲行星？星雲探險其實有20個，我哋而家先至賣咗6%，所以都係會有好多星雲探險嘅之後，甚至會同唔同 partner 做。但係淨係會喺星雲探險度，其他方法就唔會有其他方法攞到呢個太陽啊、行星呢啲會有好多方法同玩法同獎勵係可以攞到啲 customization 咯，即係嗰啲裝飾品咯，呢啲行星嘅。但係行星自己本身就一定要喺市場或者係喺星雲探險度攞。第六，維晶 NFT 如果想裝喺星球入邊，個 NFT 係咪會消失？係裝咗就入咗去個星球嗰度啦。喺星球入邊個 NFT 係咪會消失？係，佢會成為咗你呢個星球嘅裝備嘅一部分。之後要再靠遺跡槽變翻 NFT，係啊，你要俾APRS 變翻佢做嘢嘅。個笑話，我老公做乜？你只係洗碗，啲碟唔使買，你叫我洗碗啫嘛。人食咗啲石，呢啲唔係就係石啊，所以就算。Okay. Oh, one. Can you tell more about the tier of the stars? What is the difference between the tiers? The full details will be out on the medium next week. As for preview, the difference tiers is mainly the amount of orbital tracks, the aging buff, and the alliance members count. Yes. The exact details will be out next week, Tom. Be patient, be patient. We're still confirming. Always are going until the last minute. That's what we do. Joke, what is the endless and never enough? It's the hunger of little blue. Hmm. I don't know. Is this an inside joke? And is this actually a sexual innuendo? I don't know. Lol. Hi, Frank. When can the planet start orbiting the stars? That's a good question. The planets should be able to orbit around the stars. Well, the aging buff at least will be available. Should be available in September, or 1 month after that. Probably around when the stars come out. They should be able to age. As for the actual orbit 3D map that they're doing, hopefully the art team can get it done by September and or if not October. I really hope. They're still all hands on deck on the battle demo, so we'll see. But at least the aging will be there when the stars are released, if not within weeks. What could be the advantages of getting stars before the game launch? Age planets and to get it at a cheaper price. Well, hopefully we're all bullish on Apeiron, and it's actually very limited at the beginning, and it will take 20 months at least to get all the stars out. It's almost 2 years. We have enough number of stars. Can you put them together and make your own constellation? You have to have. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You can trade in the stars from other constellations or other people to try to get all of the stars in one constellation, though. And maybe, just maybe in the future, will open up the ability for you to customize your own constellation if you own all the stars in it for a cost. If we do it. Of regularity, probably. That joke. What holds the stars in the constellation together? An asteroid belt. That was really good. Think we. If we don't have the star, are there some ways to boost our planet's age? Yeah, you can directly consume another planet by using by having another planet or buying an old planet on the marketplace, and it consumes some anima, a Apeiron token. What are planets in the future if we hold the star? Well, I believe I answered that previously in other questions. I heard that the planet holder will always be rewarded. Is that true? Yeah. Well, the primeval exordium planets will always be rewarded. The normal planet holders without the exordium tag, well, they can breed, but the airdrops, they don't have airdrops for the normal planets. Will they be accessed again? Early? No, no. Well, it comes afterwards. And but I'd say for the normal planet holders, the rewards comes when we expand the franchise next year. All planet holders will still be able to stake their planets to participate in the nebula expeditions. If they hold 3 normal planets, they will still be able to initiate an infinite breed once normal breeding opens up. That should be hopefully that's around September latest. And as for the or maybe even August, who knows? And as for the long-term effects, is when we have more merchandises, when we have more other games launched as an Apeiron product, planet holders, all the primeval exordium holders will always have the first tips, and then the planet holders, yeah. So yeah, yeah. Well, in a way, all planets are the core assets of Apeiron. Exordiums are like VIP memberships, while the planet holders is the normal membership pass. So I'd say, yeah. Luffy, again. Job. Hello, sir. Can I buy one Milky Way? Sorry, it's a waiting list. It's okay, sir, because I'm taking my doodles out of the space. Oh, oh, wow. Pretty slow on that one, I eat. Well, thank you. Elite Blue. Oh, little Blue became an Elite Blue. A nice pun on the name. Can you tell me more about Nebula Expedition? Can't find any details about this event. Thank you. Oh, well, did the Medium articles before give you an unclear? Yeah. Okay, so how the Nebula staking works. There are some things you have to do. You have to purchase a key. So in a way, the Nebula expeditions are sales events. For example, if you want to purchase a lower tier star chest in the coming Nebula expedition, well, let's start with a simple one. The mini black hole expedition is the first expedition that we'll do. It's the test run of the expedition staking system. The key of one nebula, one mini black hole should be around 0.1 worth of ETH. So if you want to buy one mini black hole, this here is what you do. You buy 0.1 ETH worth of a key. That's probably one key. And then you will stake your planets and apostles. Well, there's a leaderboard and everything, but there'll be quite a lot of mini black holes. So I think staking a minimum requirement like one Primeval planet and 4 apostles on the staking, and then just get a key in there worth 0.1. I'm pretty sure at the end of the 2 week expedition, you'll have enough and you'll get yourself one mini black hole. Yes, speaking of that, you'll notice the pricing of the mini black holes right now in the marketplace is actually a lot cheaper. So it's actually better to buy those if it's cheaper than 0.1, I tell you. But looking from the market reception and everything, will we be airdropping the second batch of mini black holes? I'd say it's a 50-50 now because the number of owners and users is not increasing that significantly. So we'll be waiting for the users and the mini black hole price to stabilize before airdropping the next batch. So most likely the second batch, either on one or when a normal breeding opens up, uh, it will be when the Nebula expedition begins. Or at least when the prices stabilize for the mini black holes. Okay, now back to the star sale. If you are looking for getting your hands on the lowest tier at 0.5, you'll buy 0.5 worth of keys. It's probably 5 keys, and then you stick it with. If I were you, I'd stake all 3 planets. If you have 3, you're probably bred on 1 or 2 already. So you'll stake all 4 to 5 planets plus every single apostle you have into that pool, and I'm pretty sure you will get your hands on the on one 0.5 chest on 1 star. Of course, if you want to go for the higher tiers, or you want to buy more than one, you'll have to stake more keys, meaning more ETH. Depending on how many you want, if you want 2, well, then go for 1 ETH. If you want to go for a higher tier, say 1.5, then take 1.5 ETH and as many planets as you can, and you'll be fine. Okay. Per Stanley. Hmm. Is that a joke on Sana again? One night, Dude Sana met Dude Blue, Little Blue. One night, Sana met Little Blue at a prawn bar. Blue says, "Hi, Sana. You look so happy." And Sana says, whistling, "I had done all the exams and will graduate next week. No more study. I'm now becoming a doctor. I can apply for the medicine." Then the Blue says, "What are you going to do at Funisaurus? How can you become a doctor? There, well, could it recognize a stethoscope in my host gets things from pictures game? I'm worried for Lord Keeper. Isn't it shit? How can I recognize such a stethoscope from the Stone Age?" And the Blue says, and it had the text, "This is the original stethoscope on it." You bad, Blue. Alright, I'm gonna give you another chance in my get things game. If you can pass it, I will like to nominate you to become a Doctor Council. And that's all, I'll nominate myself to become a Wrangler, and you would study 6 more years. This is just a special joke for Santa, and I'm gonna challenge him next time for his medical knowledge. I don't want to be called a hunger. I'm just enjoying flirting dudes for fun. Or I should really become a hunger, so dudes will stop calling me a hungry. For hungry or full? Please don't speak it out loud. Okay. Well, thank you, Little. And thank you for that long inside joke flirt, Santa. Righty. Alrighty. That is joke time. Do you think dudes can create milk? Yes, they can, but in the Milky Way only. Okay, let me mark the question down for Tay Tay, because I want to take a look at what the games are going on like on the other side. 1 second. Okay. Jumping to general. Is the game still on? Is anyone in general? Let me take a look. Table number 3. Oh, still have 20 people playing. Around 20% people remaining. Okay. Well, good luck, guys. Hopefully, I can jump in to take a look at the games after all the questions are answered. Back to the questions of Tay Tay. Tay Tay! Number 1. How many stars in one constellation? And how many constellations can we expect when game launch? Oh, I have the exact numbers. There are major constellations and minor constellations. The minor constellations range from 3 to 11 stars, while the major constellations range from 12 to 20 stars. And, most of these major constellations will be around 16, 17 stars, and the minor ones will be around 7 to 8 stars. The number of constellations you can see in each game will have like a table, but I actually never could remember all these numbers. Let me try to find it for you. No, there's a whole Excel of it. Boop, 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 boop. Definitions complete. And now that, yeah. Okay. There's a total of 3,000. Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's not. 3,000 stars in the major constellations and 8,000 of them in the minor constellations. Major constellations total and 190, and minor constellations and 2,895 minor constellations. That's probably the amount of guilds in total in Apeiron. Not really. It's 3,000. Just a zodiac system. Zodiac allows you to stake around town. So ultimately, that'll be around 300 guilds, I'd say, or less. Well, in the very, very, very late in the end game. I expect around 500 guilds, hopefully. Can you give us a minimum or maximum amount of planets that can orbit around one star? Oh, it's a heated debate with me and Law Scribbler and Law Master. But the final number will be out next week. We'll watch out for the medium next week. Got a ton of questions about the stuff. I'll be patient and excited. Looking forward to the next medium. Oh, wow, you already know my answer. Daddy joke. What's the monetary unit of space? It's Starbucks. Oh, it's not bad. Thangathon. Oh, Thangatete, sorry. What did I say? Good morning, Frank. Have a nice day. Funny story about ringing the bell. 3 people from 3 countries. Yeah, what is NV? You see, participate in fasting concert in a closed room. If you're too hungry to bear it, ring the bell and someone will open the door. Days later, the United States could not stand it and rang the bell. A week later, Japan also stopped and rang the bell. And Vietnam still refused to come out. 2 weeks later, Vietnam was still sitting in it, and people started to panic. A month later, people just opened the door to Vietnam. Fortunately, he's still alive. Journalists gathered around him and asked, "What's the secret?" He replied, "They locked me in the room with the broken bell." OK，我看不到我的名字。读日记真的让人意见难忘，你们肯定有所不知。有一種貨幣叫一蚊雞，有一種韓文叫執死雞，有一種韓文叫中瘟雞，有一種好似叫老雞、脆雞、透雞、靜雞雞、落湯雞，再講幾個叫走雞。我正車兩條野雞車，或者叫三腳雞，通常都係做到社區癲打卡打雞似的。那個不錯不錯。旋律，又到我问你的环节了，有一个问题问下， 行星能不能加成使徒的能力？神星越多，属性加成越多。刚刚有一个类似的问题吧。嗯，但是加使徒啊，他们其实对星球的玩法都会有一些帮助所以他们对使徒有一点点影响吧，但是应该不会很大，就算加起来。有些工会的玩法是有多一点加成的，这个我可以担保。但是在正常的玩法上，行星的加成不会是那么多。行星越多的话呢，其实就是你一定要是哪个星座，你在同一个星座拥有越多的行星，那你能加的东西就都会多一点的。但是这些加成，我常常说都不会是非常大的，因为不想这样影响游戏。因为行星最大的功能始终是它的被动收入上，而不是对游戏的加成上。嗯，再介绍星球上的花草树木都可以化为使徒属性。其实他们不是化为使徒属性，他们是化为那个神兽的属性。NFT 但是有些都会影响。那些会不会发展到后期变成伪知 NFT？其实最厉害的加成都是伪知 NFT 来的，是对的。行星出的特许天体能在后面获得吗？上升的特许天体。Can the special version of the stars be obtained at the back? Toss the waters, does it go? 哦，OK，行星的特殊天体，后面获得，但是这个我看过后面的问题，我看这边就说的其实行星的那些装备，呃，后期有很多不同的方法，我都也会有玩法，所以后期也会能获得，但是一开始要拿到好一点的，就只可以从市场或从那些比较高级的宝箱里能拿得到。嗯，所以如果你买最贵的哪一个星球，哪个星云，它会开一个比较厉害的一些装备，给行星的装备，那这些都卖出去应该可以挺赚。Huge 啊，他们会不会成长有自己的玩法？后期会有，一开始没有。轨道轨道不会，就是如果你就算大概想一想一个轨道的话呢，不会增加的。如果好像之前有人说过，如果每个行星有100条，大概平均有100，那其实我们整个宇宙能有多少个星球在一个轨道上，就只有100万个，这100万个已经都挺多了，而且100万个星球其实很快很容易就可以达到，但是给谁的星球是一个问题。我们用什么来计算这个联盟的会员呢？这是一个新能源力的会员，当然是比他的轨度小的，因为一个人可以拥有多个星球。嗯，所以行星的后续的变化呢，其实是最要紧的因素是什么？是在于工会的人数上，这个才是最大的、最重要的一个玩法。怎么才能成立一个大的工会呢？就是你一定要拥有你一定要拥有或一定要跟同一个星座上的人一起开同一个工会。那这样的你就可以达到比较多的工会，有一些比较人多有利的一些工会活动的时候呢，这个会相对厉害。那当然了，比较大的这些星座，也有很多都有比较好的星星，所以通常如果拿到啊 大的星座的行星呢，还是一个好事来的。小的行星是不是没用？我觉得没用。比如说你有一个3个行星的星座的行星，就是这些行星他们的定位对我来说呢，一是一个小工会，我也是小玩家，就是不是太干的一个工会的一个玩法，或者是直接是我自己私人的一个用来老化星球的一个小小小小星座来玩这样的。然后我当然会把它里面的星球都 range 给一些 scholar 去帮我做一些被动收入这样的玩法。但是再倒回那个问题，轨度是不会增长。如非必要吧，应该这样说。Pandarina，哎，Frank，玩法，很多的玩法十分多样。刚开始的玩家我们是曾经也玩过大型游戏，在此之前，大部分一定是简单打进的，甚至大多数只靠脚本就可以完成任务。在 Apeiron 上线之后，会一步步开放玩法，还是一步到会所有玩法？那当然是一步步开放的。上帝游戏 PVP 上什么时候正式开放？只是正式上线的时候呢，一定是上帝游戏这一块先开始的。上帝游戏其实就比如说，其实最像是什么？最像是一个农场游戏来的。农场游戏的难度呢，我相信应该是最容易的。而如果你喜欢的话呢，你可以真的把 Apeiron 当做一个农场游戏。你就只用你有一个最简单的玩法，就是不停用水那个 miracle 不停的，好像洒水在花园一样的。你每天只做这个，只用这个 miracle，只花这个时间，也是一个玩法了的。你也会能把你的星球成长到一个地步的。嗯，所以你可以不用 PVP，或你只打必须的 PVP，不，那其实真的很小了。那你也可以有办法变得蛮大，或生一些蛮有趣的一些东西出来，把它变成一些为之也可以的。所以真的这蛮多玩法。但是我觉得现在买这些新旧的人都一定会对这个 PVP 比较有兴趣。关于使徒，你自从行星中所做 NFT，那就是我先用广东话读了它。关于系统以及从恒星中制作 NFT 出需要恒星的重位，就大概從大概市場消失。你可以多個星球玩到系统。一开始的问题都是对的，是会消耗了。插进去不用消耗代币，但是拿回出来变出来就要用代币。多个星球是可以从同一批使徒，但是同一个使徒或同一个位置，每次拿出来的时候的价格都会增加。所以鼓励你们先选好放了进去就多尝试更多把才拔出来。危险性年龄星球可以带生存在星后丛林，但这个不是年龄会继续重置的以后年龄，你5岁重置的以后也是5岁，都继续的。不是，它重置跟年份没关系，重置是跟你的星球上的哪个基地的 等级相等的，比如说总之你能达到5级这样的一个1等的话呢，你就可以重置了，不关这个岁数事的，零岁的也可以重置。但是每个星球只可以一个星期只能重置一次。Eric Dude, Eric, can you tell us more about the Spirit Core? Because there is only a few pieces of progress about it in the White Universe. So it would be great if you could give us a sneak peek. Well, the Spirit Core is the profile picture. So tap on your photo and you can select it from, from that when it's available. You can get it. Well, we're still deciding either the whitelist or the Nebula expeditions. I mean, it'll very likely end with the Nebula expeditions as well, because we will do it with a lot of collabs and different projects, and you'll probably have to stake that project's NFT in us in our program and some APRs in order to get that collabs profile picture. Yeah. The benefits is still in discussion. Most of them will have no benefits. Um, well, some of it. Well, actually, they are still discussing with Law Scribbler and Lawmaster. As always, we're having the debates of pro player or against player. Well, of course, some of well, that's just Lawmaster, of course, because to just don't give any benefits. Law Scribbler is in the middle ground. Well, I usually say, well, I want to gamify it, so yeah, no promises. No promises. Make any false promises. We'll release more information regarding profile pictures when we're closer to September. George? Joke? What do you call an allocated detective? Investigator. Twice. Alright. 2 stars can be used to upgrade the cosmetics of the avatars. Nope. Here's magic. Wonderful. Steve likes stars because they only come out at night. Oh, okay. Not bad. Nick, 晚上好，请问Tier 1到10亿之间的区别是区别就是这个轨道的数量，跟这个最主要的是轨道的数量跟这个能容纳多少个工会成员，还有最后的就是那个老化的价程，3个都是这些 tier 最大的分别在于这些了。tier 在每个宝箱里的 tier，他们的这3样的东西都是机械跟它的价钱各价钱挂钩的。tier 最便宜的0.5的有没有机会开这个1.6的那个呢？没有，这个玩法跟这个星球都一样。里面特殊既定的 NFT 可以介绍吗？特许既定是什么意思？特许在哪个 NFT？是不是说那些装币啊？每一个行星的每一个太阳呢，它们都会有2种这个装币出的，一个是太阳，一个是普通装币。普通装币呢，就是可以装这些陨石带啊，那些小黑洞啊，或一些光环啊，一些比较重视的，就是外观看的一些 NFT。第二个叫太阳柱，太阳柱是什么呢？其实你这个行星里面还可以放太阳，太阳是可以直接加成你的行星本身那个老化的速度的。这个装备太阳的装备栏，这是每个行星最重要的一个装备栏。只要你拿到这些小太阳，把它放进行星那里，行星的老化呢就会降价的。而这些特殊的NFT 怎么可以拿到一个好的太阳呢？然后能拿到太阳呢，当然是在贵一点的那些宝藏里面，就会有一些比较厉害的太阳。 太阳啊，跟这些行星啊也是大，不知道什么往下打呀，有不同的品质、稀有度的，这些都是在这些榜上可以拿得到的，是不是问这个呢？不知道特殊既定是不是这个意思？如果不是，你可以在下面再问一问。拥有多颗恒星也会有家族吗？在同一个星座里是有的，可是可以有一星球的数量是多少呢？还在既定。行星的出租机制稍微介绍吗？这个我要有 Law Scribble 的批准哦，我还没有他的批准，应该要都是在等下一个 Meeting Article 或第三篇 Meeting Article 才会有介绍。不同星系的行星有不同，不同星系的行星其实其实都不会有不同，功能上它们都是一样的，嗯，但是如果他们对有一些特别活动，每一个行星也会在不同的特殊活动都有一些优势，但是这个优势是很小很小，都是意思而已，嗯，所以他们大概的分数是一样。其实行星的位置跟这些星系是真的随你自己喜欢而定的，不会有一些星系是特别呃做的特别厉害的。哦，谢谢 Ferrets。嗯，对，我今天的心愿有点累，因为呃我儿子生日了，前2天这几天下午都有陪他玩，好久没陪他玩，这个体力不够，所以非常累。不同星系的行星有不同吗？我到了。Okay, first on. Hi Frank. I see from someone's words. If there will be APR scored, how many? A billion. Supply as APR scores? Only NFT holders get it? Will there be a public sale? Wow, I'm surprised no one asked this question this late in the game. Okay, so well, don't mind answering that. So there'll be a 1 billion APRs. That's what's it gonna be. No, everyone can get it. It will be sold in the markets, but the TG is yet to be decided. It will most likely be like September, October, probably wouldn't be later than that, unless the market absolutely shits itself. And but yes, NFT holders will get airdrops portions of it. We have a portion of it go to the primeval exordium holders, of the normal planet NFT owners. Well, primeval exordium planet owners and apostles will be entitled to some airdrops. Eureka. What partnerships do you currently have? What qualities do you seek in a relationship? I'll answer the fun question. Which entities or groups are you already connected to? Hi, Hiroshi. Quick look. Partnerships do I have right now? Well, it's pretty much the same. Still Hashed, Morningstar, Defiance, Spartan, Defy Capital, the Gaming Guilds, Momentum 6. I think there's 24 gaming guilds now that we have. The bigger ones include Avocado, uh, Guildfy, Polamos, Ancient Aid, YGG SEA, Snack Club, Piff, and Rankadown. These are probably the bit bigger ones. And then we have a whole lot of other partners down the road. We have a whole lot of esports teams, streaming platforms, streaming platform owners, and then we have physical gaming card community. We have a toy manufacturer. We have several game developers now. Actually, can't name them publicly now that I've spoken to them. All executives or the founder of AAA developers. there's a lot of publishers actually, really big publishers out in the web too. But they're all interested actually. Pretty good for us. But at the same time, I don't know how to battle. They look more like competitors than people who can help along the way. Um, so still deciding, but it's good to do with these kinds of people. And as for the qualities do you seek in a relationship? Well, always loyalty. Qualities that you seek in a relationship? Well, I still seek them because based on every step of the milestone, they can help me along the way in terms of initially forming the initial backbone will be the gaming guilds, quality scholars, quality users who actually are passionate about gaming and the Web3. And then it will be streamers on esports content or esports teams or tournament hosting platforms that can help us in esports. And then it flows to the greater crypto environment that can connect us to the exchanges and different scholarship tools and people. And then it evolves to physical gaming cards, merchandising, toys productions, and then it will be animations, the publishing globally, and turning Apple into a franchise. These are key steps and relationships that I need. So it's all centered around these. Oh, two, 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 two. Is there a better way of keeping track of events? Probably of putting the events of the game website and also other new dudes that we are a very active community. Oh, the website needs to be upgraded. But yeah, uh, I still need to get the data and log the data. This is probably the best time to upgrade the website is when we have the star map out. Also, can we have a targeted event price for Planet NFT users or NFT Planet holder events? Truly reward NFT holders who invested money in the project. Sure. Let's put some of the hopefully uh we'll try to run that a bit more frequently. We usually do multipliers for NFT owners. Have we been doing that? The game that's all we haven't. That's true. Ever since we started with Fire Emblem, we forgot about the planet owner bonuses. We should incorporate that back in here. And I'll let the community team know about this so the Premium Planet holders, all the apostle owners can get a bonus based on their holdings before the emblems. Probably should decrease the amount of them given to the public. Uh, and then as for the exclusive events, I'll try to have them host more I should have them host more in the Alpha Spec Ops channel instead of just the bot ones. I'll actually let me ping the group now on this one, the overseer side. And then the second thing is weekly, bi-weekly, bi-weekly. Okay, so Rubinic was 2 to 2. Gene, what's up, Frank? What do you see Apeiron in the next 5 years? Next 5 years will be, well, if you ask me, it will be perfecting the game of Apeiron. The full loop. all the first, all the dungeons, all the gameplay solidified, the alliance gameplay with the three main modes out, and the movie. Sure, hopefully will be in the second movie and also the third season, third or fourth season of our animation. And that should be where we see ourselves in 5 years. We're making over a second Apeiron game as well. Turning Apeiron into a fully on-chain game with plans to move on to player user-generated content. The next 5 years. The Gallywhack. Oh, sorry, the joke. Lawkeeper keeps legacy lore. I'll have to add myself to that question. Question is, what's a legacy lore? Scallywag. Question. Can you park a planet on 2 Star Treks to double the benefits? No. As cool as that looks like, and unscientific. Like how a planet can have 2 suns. Well, actually, if you ask that, a planet can have 2 suns in there because suns is part of an equivalent slot, and it does double the benefit. For some of them, it doubles the aging process. So will this be an even benefit increase? Well, it would not be an A star benefit plus B star benefit. It will be A star benefit plus cosmetic benefit. So, Star Wars. But yeah, you can say if you get all the stuff in the same constellation, then yes, there'll be. Oh, actually, yeah. So if you talk about the constellation, then yes, the stars will end up and benefit each other a little bit, especially when you get the constellation above. But mostly the benefit comes from the customization of the stars, sun slots. Make some jokes in. Holding an inside scoop that will event, so I call Elon Musk as he has the Starlink. Why did the star get arrested? It's a shooting star. Oh, bad. We were solid, right? Do you invest in other projects? I used to have quite a lot, but I haven't actually. I believe I honestly sold almost everything else. Once I started this project. At least the last thing I owned was probably the Zombie Club Lab Pass, the token, then maybe uh um the artifact. But no, I don't really. Before that, I do a lot of the DeFi shit though. Do a lot of Olympus Fox and a lot of the Tim Force. But no time to play those nowadays. As for game projects, if you ask me, even though I'm super big on, although I'm super bullish on big time and Illuvium, I didn't really purchase their things. If you ask me, I would really want to. Oh, oh, um, no, I haven't really fun games on it. I have a lot of the other accounts. I actually help to support some friends or the collabs. But personally, right now, uh, you have to find what I really like. Actually, it's not that I get to find. It's I don't even have time to look at it. I usually hear about our daddies such as they and from some of the investment partners, but I only got the time to really take a deep look into other ones. Not much other crypto projects. Ladder Fater. Oh, it's right. What do you expect from others' regional locations? What do you expect from other regional locations? Hmm. What do I expect from other regions and locations? Is it a marketing question? Like, we expect from from different dudes from around the world? Is that the question? If that's the case, well, I expect everyone to have fun and after on time we'll reach out to every location we can as long as they are passionate gamers over there and we can reach them. I will always try to find them and work with them to get them into a daily program, help us reach more gamers over there and help us mod the community or grow the community over there. And translate stuff, of course. The other players they want in Apeiron. Investors or real gamers? Both. What is a real gamer? I honestly hope I don't want real gamers, of course, but you can. It's Web 3. If I just want real gamers, I'd probably just create a Web 2 game, right? Why do I need to go to Web 3? And for investors, I think a lot of investors well, I think you really have to separate the speculators and the investors. There are actually a lot of passionate investors who really like to invest in efficiency beliefs and also the quality of the products. Just people are trying to capitalize on what's hot and then trying to make a quick buck and move on. There are people of all types in this world and there are investors of all types. So don't try not to brand or turn to tribalism when it comes to PC funds or investors. There are good ones, there are bad ones, there are straightforward ones. I wouldn't say they're bad ones. They're say balance. Yeah, there are different funds with different objectives, and Apron will try to satisfy a lot of different individuals because Apron is a Web3 game, and Web3 is about the actual economy and actual, you know, living economies. So it's up to the Web3 games to really serve different types of individuals. Well, and for everyone, even if we don't want investors, that's what the majority of all Web3 is about. Everyone is speculating, everyone is trying to make bucks, make money, no matter what type of game or investor they claim to be. So yeah, if you don't handle that part, then you can't handle a successful game. And when it comes to investors, it comes down to one thing. Well, very people saying is just make investors happy. And I wouldn't do it in a relative way. I'll make sure they're happy, but they don't have to be the happiest compared to all the other Web3 projects. We'll be the long term. We want to be a fundamental long term investment. I don't want to compete with the other top and down projects out there. What they will find here now, they will find a very crazy bunch of dudes and daddies, gamers, not safe for work stuff, and Luffy. The thing that a lot of play games and play to earn games fails at is getting traditional games into the picture, thus causing the game to be left in the hands of players and guilds and dying fast because of that. Indeed, the project plan to attract traditional gamers, projects that keep their attention from other games, specifically when a large part of the game depends on the guilds. The game actually don't depend on the guilds. Oh, you're mixing the alliance with the gaming guilds. Actually, the large part of the game depends on alliance and multiplayer gameplay. It doesn't necessarily have to be guilds. Guilds is well with the small cap G or the big cap G is the just groups of players and alliances in games. Gaming guilds streamline and offer that in a much larger, but they don't necessarily have all the advantages. The advantage in numbers, I'll give you that. But as you can see, now a mini guild war nowadays actually necessarily in numbers help when it comes to these competitions. Well, it helps you source some of the better talents, but sometimes the small guilds will give you some advice. And I think uh, there's a hidden phrase behind this. Is that even asked in this way, people are still looking for an excuse to attract gamers and attract traditional gamers to download. General sentiment is that the investors believe mass adoption will allow traditional gamers to come in to take on the late sale effects as much as it is like a pyramid scheme. But I can honestly say traditional gamers don't pay anything when they play games. Traditional gamers, when given a choice, will always choose to pay the minimum amount for the maximum amount of benefits. That's traditional game. And well, luckily, we're not a free to play because if you give a traditional game a free to play game, 98% of them will not pay a freaking dime. And the dream of mass adoption leading to funds and early investors being able to dump on the gamers is but a fleeting dream. Uh, but yes, still games, blockchain games should still reach out and and they need more to adopt. But the adoption comes in the use of the technology and not in the ability to be dumped on. That's actually a significant difference. Uh, people need to realize that there is also something happening work to try to segregate. Uh, Hence, we are not free to play. My answer is a very short answer to a very complex question. But yeah, I would love to dive deeper into this in a future podcast if I have any podcast in the future. Risky. How about the scholars of Rankadel? How about all fire community games? Well, the scholars of Rankadel, well, what about them? How well all fire community of gamers? Big out of inventory. How many NFTs does Rankadel possess now? Oh, well, would love to answer all these questions. And the Rankadel AMA that's coming up this coming Tuesday. Nico from Rankadel was actually one of my favorite founders. He's a real passionate gamer. We kicked it off pretty much in the first meeting. and yeah, I'm gonna send him some plushies. And so you got a great and passionate and fun leader, I tell you. Yeah, well, but I'll answer some basic questions. Well, the scholars of Rankadal actually, Lico got you guys a pretty decent package, and I like Lico a lot, so yeah, I'll give them goodies here and there. And Rankadal is also one of the first guilds we went to when we know we wanted to start the mini guild wars because we know Stefano had a lot of experience in esports, and Rankadal positions itself as a tournament hosting platform. Yes, took a lot of pointers, or definitely not nearly enough pointers, from Rankadal to learn about this minigal event. And in retrospect, I really should have worked together with Rankadal. But yeah, it's a good learning experience for ourselves as well. We shouldn't we shouldn't have our hands being held all the time. So yes, this minigal one was a great learning experience. In the future, I would most definitely partner with Rankadal to do a tournament hosting event. Yeah, as for how well off are my community of gamers? Well, I'd say most of the community members in Discord is well not that well off. Mostly from developing countries, Southeast Asian countries. A standard target price would probably the one to active would be around 0.5 to 1 ETH would probably be the rough range of the wealth of the crowds I have right here. Um, but there's actually also another hidden crowd beyond Discord that's more wealthy, and as much like the rest of the world, the more wealthy crowds are actually not as active on a public manner, so they wouldn't be actively invested in Discord and everything. And well, even if they do, that will be for a very limited time. So yeah. This Nico, I think he has a lot of apostles, and then he has Should have around 12 planets right now. Not a lot. It's Trip. I'd like that everyone from everywhere can join this game. Will there be servers in various locations to cover the ping time of stuff? Oh, I answered this before. Then the text-based AMA. We actually want to host our game like COC and Clash Royale. So it will not be server based actually. It will be the connections in the game will be based on player with player in rooms created between players instead of a server for which everyone can play on. There'll be game functions that rely on servers, but as an initial game for the players, most of it will be between the players. When you start a game with another player around the world, you two start a close private connection to or in a specific game room hosted by one of your phones. That's it's quite different actually. But if you play Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, yeah, that's probably what you get. Most likely what Clash Royale is like nowadays. So ping can still be an issue if the connections are bad. But hopefully you'll be matched with people with better ping. And as for the esports stuff, we'll be hosting regional ones, country-specific ones before we get to the greater region, which will fly the players over there for it. So Ian, on land. Question 1. Read somewhere that majority of the stars will be available through expeditions. Is it possible to obtain more than one star or will be restricted one per wallet? During the mint or during the expedition sales, it will be probably most likely limited to one. But once the mint, the whitelist mint phase is over, it will be open to multiple. And for the expedition, if you stake quite a lot of ETH, then you'll likely get multiple as well. But ultimately, no, a player can own multiple stars in the future in the game. So yeah, you can hold many stars in one wallet. Question 2: How many expeditions will there be at the same time? Um, I think there's no minimum. There's no maximum actually. We can go with multiple, but I think we'll at most go with 3. I'd say it will be 2 most likely most of the time. One by us and one by a collab. We don't want to do multiple collabs at once, unless we grow that big into a community, which I hope we do. But still, I think 1, 2, 3 is a good number of expeditions that can be held at the same time. But the very first one, we'll just do one. We'll do a midi black hole to test it. Number 3, will people holding fewer planets compared to others have a chance to get chests? Well, I bet you do. Well, you may not be able to get it early in the first few expeditions, or in the constellation batches that are more popular, maybe in the like the Chinese and in the Southeast Asian or in the Greek regions. But a lot of the other ones, I bet some of the Babylon, the Egypt, this the well, maybe only the Babylon and Egypt are less popular. But you'll be able to get them, I'm pretty sure, as long as you hold the star. Unless Apeiron really blows up by the time we release those. Maybe. Well, but if not, you can get them in the whitelist sales. Choke time. How do stars die? And then usually from overdose. Or sexual gratification. Q. Hi Frank. Since we have a sneak peek of F-Done puzzle skills, tell us your preferred lineup. No, I'm not going to tell you that. Oh, I love them all. Oh, I do. It's my favorite build up of my initial game lineups. Full DPS. Rush. Super Rusher. Warrior Apostle. And 4 DPS Apostles would be my preferred lineup. I mean, all of Fury, probably a Purifier Fury. And then with Rogue, Hunter, Mage, and Warrior. Oh, well, actually Berserker, sorry. Berserker, Warrior. Probably Mage is not a good choice. Well, we'll see. Excellent. Have a good day, Frank. My God. Don't say that. Just Frank will do. Sorry, Mimi from me. Some Mimi from me. Hey, too long time. Man, you've got fat. I happen to be on a seafood diet. What's that? Seafood, I eat it. Well, that's a really good try, Sort. Oh, from Clout. Thank you. Holy crap, I see my pinned. Finally, towards the end. Let me take a quick look at the games and see how it's going. Oh, still quite a lot of players. Probably have to speed up those blind races weapon. Imasha Ikshani. Is your project a local project or a global project? Global. Can anyone use your services from anywhere in the world? Oh, services. Ooh. Sana will give you services anywhere in this world. Uh, yes. Where can I buy tokens now? The tokens are available now. You can buy planets off OpenSea. What are your contracts? And how can I buy them? And what are the benefits? Oh, I'll send you straight to Sana to answer your questions. Mm-hmm. Cool. Sorry, that's just love playing some fun with these preset questions. D and kill waifu. Assuming Apeiron uses an authoritative game server, what is the maximum of locked on users per game per server? Well, I'd say, well, we don't, but if we do, I'd say, I'd say 30,000 is our experience. So yeah, 30,000 per server would be the max we're going for, but the most healthy size is always 5,000 per server users per server. But for the really, really large GVG events, we put when we set 500k users as the end goal, or the users amount, it actually is also an end goal for us, because Lawmaster and us is just working on the finalized number for the star members, actually, not the star tracks. Well, it affects the star members, but ultimately a lot of people focus on the orbital tracks of the stars, but they didn't focus on or ask the number of members a star can have in an alliance, because most people think the number of tracks equals the number of people in the alliance. It's not, because one person can own multiple planets. We actually hold we are thinking on a sweet spot of around 500,000 weekly average users would be a good number for the long-term goal. And so we had 500,000 as the amount of alliance members that could be placed in all the guilds in Apeiron, assuming everyone stakes all their stars in constellations. And so ultimate goal 500,000, probably in the larger scale GVG events. But we'll separate them into regions. So 12 regions will be around 50,000 or 40,000, 40-ish thousand. Hopefully the technology will be available then. If not, we'll break it further down. Are you tracking these metrics or others, or others, such as latency at this time? We it's not tracked by latency. It's yes, as the server is still hosted by Amazon on our end. But I think these are interesting questions, though. I would love you to DM me more, and I'll forward them to Lil Scribbler to give you a more accurate answer. And Hin, why are you always changing your names, Hin? Did you get your luck even worse off by being a Feijo Run? So you're trying to change it to a good luck one? That's probably more helpful, I tell you. Just a delay in my mind can just reply in Chinese. Chinese community is one of the biggest communities in Apeiron. Do the Chinese community need to use VPN to play the game in the future? In the beginning, yes. In the future, I hope not. We want to expand to China. So It will save a lot of effort. People won't need to use the VPN to play the game. If we don't use the VPN to play the, we'll all but the okay measure VPN also seem not so good. Things for nowadays now. I'll go and try to answer that in Chinese. Because it's related. But bear with me for the crappy Chinese.其实做华人社区是我们最大的社区，我们当然想华人不用 VPN 玩了。其实但是一开始呢，大概都是要用 VPN 的，因为我们还没打通这个跟国内的一个玩法。但是其实我们是想跟国内的那个BSN 合作的，在国内做第一个在他们的 NFT chain 上的一个游戏。但是如果这样做的话呢，那个伺服器是必须分开的。什么意思呢？就是中国人只会跟中国人自己玩，就不会跟世界的别的人玩。这个应该是唯一一个合理合法的一个方法呢。所以如果有的话呢，都是以一个比较封闭的维回圈来的，因为它是不会跟外面的相连的。就算可以相连的话呢，那个玩法呢，都一定不是计时的，可能是变成了一个半时的游戏的玩法。但是如果真的要玩所有的公会玩法，那一定是要用 VPN 的，我相信。但是我们是要想这个，因为其实中国一开始的定位就是我们最重要的市场，但是最重要的市场对我来说一定是放最后的，因为不可以放第一个，不放最后也放美一点，因为始终要把这个项目跟这个 project 做好了，才去讲我们最大的市场，我觉得最重要。而且还有就是这是要在中国发展，我有两样东西一定要的，一个是我在国内的一家公司，我会开，但是第二次要跟内地的一些比较大的团队合作才行。那如果说 publisher 的话呢，就是只是发行上，只是中文呢，就只那几家，就只有那几家。嗯，如果太早跟他们合作的话，他们会把我吞掉。所以我怎么办？怎么做也是先在世界打一个串才回去好。但是当然，准备的功夫就一定一开始就已经做了。下年呢？下年我会在中国做挺多动作的。那有机会到你们城市的时候，我会先说说，大家可以出来喝一杯吧。One silly question: Why naming air instead of wind? Well, the official translation is phone. Well, air is we're naming it according to the classical elements from the Greek style, and the Chinese translation is handled by, well, not me. So yeah, no, it makes more sense over there. Bonus 加成 I currently use 行星 the Chinese translation of stars. This 恒星 Yeah, currently we use 恒星 on translation of star. 星星行星哼哼恒星谢谢你恒星恒星 What come after snow? Oh, thank you. Okay, hint. All right, Sharon. Sharon? 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 Well, what came after snow melting? It's spring. My god. That's a good try. From Pro Gamer from Korea. Oh, hello. Well, we're trying so hard. Let's give you another to renew. 晚上好，几个问题。目前行星可以容力星球的数量是多少？下个星期二吧，还没定好。但是我知道很多人都有这个疑问呢，就是好像也现在 目前的这个 OpenSea 啊或者的星球的数目，这个行星开放出来以后呢，应该是不够这个只是这个星球的数目也不会足够放进所有甚至仅有的这些行星的轨道上。所以就觉得会浪费啊，或还不用买这样的，怕在不怕这样，或是放在别的行星就行了，不用自己买。这个当然是合理合法的，也合情的，因为你们可以这样做。但是对我来说，我不可以。我们做行星的，我定这些数字的，是不是基于我们现在的数量而定的？现在因为其中行星是有限，跟是我们最长远的一个发展的目标的，我们看着是整个 server 的这个需求和我们往后10年的一个需求，所以一定是不是现在能放多少就多少，然后做一个什么星级功能啊或者什么功能，慢慢把它变大，令它更吸引。其实呃，这个做法是我觉得只是用来啊、只是加规矩来欺骗玩家，令他们觉得这个行星的用法像很紧的这个供求，他们自己定下来，然后自己随意改。我觉得这个做法不是太好。一个行星能盈利多少星球，一开始就应该让大家知道。对，当然不是根据现在的星球的数量来定制的，他们一定是跟将来我们的希望发展的目标是定制的。嗯，所以有很多人问为何那好像放那么多的轨道，其实轨道我们还没说，还没说好是什么时候。嗯，我断了。呃我想说什么？我说断了。太累了，突然喝杯水。下来，这么说。形容这样的，或者对不起，我突然不知道这里在说到哪里了。嗯，但是目前还没定好，因为之前有人说是不是100？我记得我有说过100，但是我从来没去确认。星期二就会确定了。嗯，嗯我有说过最多是250个，因为这个是我们定的上限，但是平均是多少我们还没定好，星期一才会知道，星期二才会知道。星期一那个，我先喝杯水啊。好，第二，在星期里面会不会定期发生一些特殊的常事件？呃，告诉你这不是日常了。呃，它是每个星期，你整个地图都会有一些定期的事件发生的。你们倒是在地图上看到有一些特别的东西呢，按进去就可以看得到了。某星系跟某星系碰撞导致受益的减小。这个太科学了吧？或是出现流星星雨这样的 buff 效果。嗯嗯，到时候看吧。这些挺有趣，这个你的想法。请问行星5ET 跟1.8跟0.66三种价格的有个别差异吗？是越贵就越好？有点难确则更为那种。都当然越贵，都它的功能当然是越好，只是他们其实是基于我们的星云探索的那一块的玩法是一样的，因为其实我们星云探索的玩法是每3个宝箱就可以合成一个大的宝箱这样的玩法的。在星云探索里，所以 所以它们的功用其实就是真的3倍的这样的上去，所以它们的差别都是根据这3倍的反应去定的。当然是越贵越厉害了。那最厉害的行星是拥有最厉害的行星的人，或在最厉害的行星的，会不会有绝对的优势呢？相对于0.66的，其实游戏的玩法就不从一个大公会或因为我们是玩星座的嘛，一个星座里面一定会有不同的稀有度的行星或者恒星的。对，那这个恒星呢，比如说一个5 ETX 能拿得到的一个星座，一个小星座我们有小星座跟一个大星座。小星座呢，它大概呢都是3到11个恒星。小星座里面呢，可能只有1到2个5 ETX 的恒星，别的其实都可能是1.8，很大多都应该是0.66的这层的恒星。那大星座呢，他们就可能会有最贵的那一个，宝上就是14.5那个啊更有好几个5 ETH，然后有几个1.8，然后其他的比较就是0.66这样。所以其实大家都是同一个玩法。当然了，大的星座有什么优势？他们的工会比较大，他们有的一些星球也可以比别人好，但是因为有很多不同的工会玩法，有很多不同的轮门这些团体玩法的，其实我们而每个团体呢，其实有时候可以是整个工会，但是有很多时候可能是5个人呢，可能是10个人呢，这个不定的数量，那个数量其实是根据你自己的恒星，有多大多少人，可能都是你一个恒星就是你几个朋友，每次都是你们几个朋友一起玩，然后你们如果是能打得好的话呢，你们可以赢得到的活动很多不同的东西，呃，其实跟这个大小没关的。但是当然呢，大的恒星，因为它可以在大的公会，而且放多一些不同的团队在里面，所以他们能完成这个一些活动的成功率不一定，但是至少他们能能打得出的这个 regularity 的机会或数量一定会比较高吧。但是是不是继续不可以保证的？当然不是，继续应该是绝对可以保救这一点的。笑话时间，螃蟹跟鱼一起上班，然后螃蟹一直假装不知道怎么说，咳嗽，那么看到是什么？后来我用广东话问，鱼怎么我还是跟我普通话说，不是用什么？怎么一直看？我想说他是搞跑了。哦，My God！我一看到螃蟹就想起我最爱的一道，不是上海菜，是什么北京上海菜嘛，京沪菜，就是晒螃蟹是我最喜爱吃的一个菜式。我到很晚才知道，原来晒螃蟹不是上海菜。anyway，菲菲，天文科嘟嘟老師問嘟嘟同學說：你們最喜歡的星座是哪一個？同學回答：好好味哦，就是给你一个星星。知不知道《逃学威龙》是我可以说是我第一套接触周星驰的电影。这是逃学威龙1跟2，也是我最会背的。就是这是我以前我说我相信我可以背唐诗300首我会的，但是我看完周星驰以后，我就只会背周星驰了。 逃学威龙是我第一图会背的，因为那时候我每天放学回家，我也会吃一点东西，每次吃我都会打开录音带啊，里面的这个逃学威龙，或者是每天都看走。Anyway, moving on. Puppy dogs. Oh, Frank, I love your project, and I want to see everyone go to the moon. Let's go. Well, thank you, puppy dogs. I sure hope so too. You've been playing Valorant for 2 hours. I love that game. I'm gonna host a mini event with that game. I guess there's just not watching Counter Strike because I love playing Counter Strike myself, actually. But I doubt I'll have my reflexes with my youth. Barty, don't know how to pronounce that. The cycle of weapons seem like not suitable for players who usually play short-term games. Oh, how so very wrong. What is the solution of Apeiron to attract these players? Because almost all of us can play in the short term. These players make up the majority. Oh, well, I would love to argue that both your points made well, quite well, not wrong, but well, not necessarily the best option out there. So, Apeiron, if you ask a short-term game, I think you mean a casual game, right? Because if you say short-term game, then the definition of a short-term game is not even fit for NFTs and economies, because that would mean a short-term game will have a very short life cycle, and players and investors will live there in the economic cycle for a short term only. That doesn't sound very healthy at all. And I wouldn't want to attract any short-term investors or speculators into the economy. But it is true indeed that a lot of people are looking into short-term gains in economies. But this is exactly what's making crypto crumble, and a lot of game economies crumble. So yeah, not exactly wanting to play the short-term game here. But in another light, well, let me categorize this as a lot of games in crypto are targeting casual or hyper-casual audiences, and how do we attract that? Well, Apron is complex on beta because there's a lot of different ways. But to play Apron actually, well, only requires you to specialize in your own way. The the specialization ways for casual gamers is really to treat Apron like a farm game. And you don't really have to press too many complex buttons or take care of too many things. All you need to do is just take care of the dudes, cast some rain, and go play something else. You don't really have to participate too much into the combat side of the equation. Only the bare minimal will do. And and I think this style of gameplay actually fits a lot of casual gamers. And but if you ask me, I wouldn't make this very profitable for them. If a casual game that doesn't demand too much work already rewards players, what kind of economy is that going to evolve to? An easily extracted economy that is done for a short-term game, coupled with free-to-play mechanics and play to earn? My God, this is like the ultimate recipe to put all everything hyperinflationary into one single basket. That I don't know. I don't even know if that's just how is that even sustainable, or is that ultimately just a project to flip? I guess. Who will even buy into this? Well, sure. And and I really hope Apeiron will help attract other type of gamers and into the crowd. Although Apeiron have the ability to attract these guys. But it's ultimately the job of Apeiron to promote and the community to promote group gameplay and group dynamics. Oh, fix my chair. Okay, moving on. Uchiha. Oh, from Naruto. Sus. Cool. What is the difference between Apeiron and similar projects in the present and in the future? Oh, that is a very incredible question. What is the difference between similar projects? Well, if they are similar, it's hard to be different. I'm sorry. Um, In the present, the most similar project with Apeiron is a Steam game, I believe, but it's not even remotely similar. But there is one actually. Let me open it up and find it real quickly. I would really like to take a look at where they are at. They were in the alpha before that. Let's see. Oh my god, I even lost. No, not you, Doodle God. Universum got close, but no. Always loved the Doodle God. The Doodle God is actually the art style was what inspired the first prototype of Apeiron. Well, the planet side. But no. Oh, I can't even locate that game anymore. Not Universum. Crap, can't find it. But the short answer to that question is I can't really find any similar projects in the present. But in the future, what's the main difference is always the franchise element. Apeiron is well, one of the main goals for Apeiron is to become a franchise with movies, animation, stories, merchandise, and everything. It's not just a game. And we will spend a lot of resources. We will go for investment rounds and pitches to raise money for the franchise side of Apple. That would be the fundamental difference. And I hope the esports will last, but the esports part probably will be emulatable. So there will be other similar battle side of the equation like that. But the dudes themselves will always be the main difference. The dudes will be, it's already trademarked and everything. Oh yeah, globally. Number two, how to spread our project to non-crypto community and practical applications of the project in current life. Holy crap! Practical applications in real life. Well, it's bringing fun to other people, I guess. And I guess that franchise angle adds it to number two as well. But yeah, well, haven't been asked this question in quite a long time. Goes back to tax AMA days. Dennis, let's see. Hi Frank. I have a question regarding planets and how its aging is worked. Like if a planet is consumed by another planet, would be the final age. Well, add the two ages up and you got it. How about stars? What happens if we can't get stars? Would it be available from rent? Yes. But the more details will be available as Law Scribbler gets it out. Well, most important question: when can we breed our mini black holes? How many fully emblems needed? No, you don't breed mini black holes. Not sure if I get the question right. Are you asking when the free breeds can happen, or are you just telling me a joke? Oh, but they don't breed at all. Oh, so many stars. Like, is this? May I ask what's the bonus perk of having star NFT? Can you elaborate details and enumerate them based on rarities? Well, please read the Medium article next Tuesday, and hope I answered some of it in the previous questions. Also, what occurs for stars to have odd numbers of capped supply? So, what occurs for stars to have odd numbers of capped supply? Wow, I can't wrap my head around this. Oh, okay. Someone translate this question, or please ask me again next. And the last question is, well, I also hope I answered most of these questions in the previous answers. So yeah, joke. What does it do to hold? Does the star NFT and planet event in an Apron competition? A constellation prize. Oh, it's a good try, Lexi. But can you DM me your questions and explain it a bit more? I will answer it better there. And thanks for the stars. That was very, very catchy. Rue. How many planets can orbit a star? Oh, so many people asking these questions. Please await the article on Tuesday. Well, but the second part is most definitely yes. And a joke. If a dude knows nothing about constellations, he shouldn't at least. Just a minimum. Oh, there's one. That's a pretty good one. Sarah, PGG. Ambassadors play a very important role in every project. Yeah, that's an entire program. What's the requirement to be an ambassador? Oh, well, find a daddy and have him recommend you to become a daddy junior in our case. Agree. Kadokata. Have a good day, Lords. This is a joke of mine. Theory is when you know everything, but nothing works. Oh, I heard this one. Practice is when everything works, but no one knows why. Now, two universe theory and practice are combined. Nothing works, and no one knows why. Oh, that's a good one. The last part is new. Pandas. Any ideas or plans for a new gaming mode of Apeiron after game launch? Wow. Well, yeah, but honestly want to know why these questions are asked. I understand people are concerned about the longevity of the game and the franchise, but well, maybe we should focus on this first game first. Joke. What did the Buffalo say when his son left for college? Bye, son. Oh, I think I've seen this one. This is the second time I've seen this joke in an AMA. Well, thank you. Bite fodder. Oh, thank you for the performance in AGT. Hello, everyone. Is it possible to disclose more details about the star cell, since it's going to be similar to the planet cell? What are the pros and cons of buying a cheap versus more expensive star core? I hope I answered most of these questions in the AMA, right? But if I answered this in a different way, what's the main difference between buying on the Star Witness and the Apple Expedition? Well, I've also answered that actually. Yeah, that's pretty much about the same. M Senpai. Right now, I only understand Star NFT as an item that gives some bonus value to the main planets. Based on the white paper, how would it work as land? In the Apeiron gameplay itself, in order to have some land and activities on the NFT planet. Oh, well, no. The Apeiron gameplay, the planet itself is not land. It's actually the game with which everything takes place on. The land concept of the stars is that it's it's well, if you think about it this way, in other games, the basic unit of play is a hero. In Apeiron, a basic unit of play is a planet, which actually gives birth to which is actually the avatar. So we have the planetary avatar as the heroes, and then the heroes in the other games they have a land gameplay with which your hero can travel around sometimes, and to participate on activities on those lands, or to build a home on a certain plot of land to enhance their stats and gameplay. In Apron, our land is our sun, so players will orbit their planets around these stars, and by orbiting it around these limited stars and suns, they will earn a passive bonus that adds to the planet's age, which fundamentally is the essence of the planet's own growth. And you need your planets to age and grow older. It's really the hard cap on the actual planet level, and yes, you need to join a star system in order to play alliance gameplay, and alliance gameplay yields the third token, and ultimately, what every land out there does is boast the ability for passive yield generation. In Apeiron, we don't have a passive yield generation. The passive yield comes from the alliance members in your guild, in your constellations, in your alliances to complete guild challenges. If they do, and they will, obviously, and on a weekly basis, then you will be generating a weekly basis of RNGU because star owners take a cut every single time. That's where the passive bonus comes in. It's not so passive as it will generate automatically like many other games claim they will be. I don't think that actually works as an economy. Again, it ties to the GVG content where risk and rewards scale with skill and teamwork, and that's the passive generation. But of course, if you have a really crappy team and everything, it's not that you won't generate RNG. You'll generate it very slowly. But still, even no matter how slow, the star owners will always take a cut on the on every RNG being minted. And number two, by the way, can you tell me how you feel about some guild battles? Or around or similar events in the near future? Some battles. Oh, I feel there's a lot to be uh, learned and practiced for the community team. Um, and definitely some things to work on would be to have commentators, professional commentators, or at least room shadow sound to be one, or well, turning a lot more members into one. Second is to do more testings. Third is to is definitely to just stick to regional tournaments. Probably don't do any national duns, and and probably have to set deadlines a lot earlier and be a lot harsher to the gaming guilds who dilly-dally and only answer us until the very last minute, and to lay out the clues extremely clearly and have them follow it. And yeah, but in general, I think we learned a lot. We got a good experience, and I think some of the games are really interesting, and hope to do more in the future. Actually. Well, obviously, Apeiron will host similar because the whole purpose of this Guild War event is to prepare us for the incoming future esports events that we'll be hosting using Apeiron's as the game. Yeah. Nanaka. Question one. The project name is very, very interesting. Any story behind it? Oh, wow. I haven't seen this question in a while. What's all? Oh, is Nanaka even here? Let me take a look. Well, I'm sure the people who are still listening to this chat well, probably knows this answer. So I'll skip this one because it's a bot question. Um, Question two: do you have any plans to attract non-crypto? Bot question: take a look at your room it's fully packed with activities. What do enthusiasts and investors can expect when it comes to near future plans? What do you have in mind for a project in the next few weeks and months? Okay, I'll skip this one since these are bot questions. Ming Chopper. 將來是否會有其他品牌 cross 或者特別行星就冇啦。恒星是不會有其他品牌的 crossover。但是我们会做一些恒星的expected 这些星云探险呢，他们通常呢都是用我们的 NFT 加一个别的代币去做的。有时候我们会跟其他平台的代币来做一个 crossover，他们就可以用他们的代币或用别人的代币或别人的 NFT 去 stick 来拿取一个机会去买我们一些恒星，会有这种的 crossover，但是那个恒星会不会有不同的样子或样的，应该暂时我们还没有这个计划。Lightning and thunder. Can we have more info on the rare celestial items and places in the stars? The rare celestial items are, well, there's two kinds, the sun and the normal cosmetics. The cosmetics are, well, cosmetics. You know, the asteroid belts, the celestial clouds, or stardust. Well, there's many actually. And then the more rare it is, the more prettier. The other one is the sun slots. Every star has a few sun slots, and the sun slots is for a special celestial item called suns. The suns actually increase um, the aging buff of that star alone. So, even if you have a low rarity star, you can put a high rarity sun into it. The smaller suns is actually actual celestial items that you can place within a star. I know stars are suns as well. It's a sun within the sun. Check hybrid suns. And and yes, that's pretty much the rarer it is, the more aging buff it adds. And the places in the stars. The places. I hope that's answered that question number one. 11,498 stars will be in 11,498 stars will be in the entire game map. Did I write that in Nexus Monday? Hope I said that. If I wrote 11,480 stars as in Nexus Monday somewhere, please tell me it's a typo and this is wrong. 11,480 stars is the entire game map. The Access Monday is made up of around 1,200 stars, 10 or almost around 10% of the total stars. We're selling half of them right now in the first batch of sales, and then later we'll be able to buy stars from mythological stories. How many will be the max supply by 10? So yeah, I answered that. Jones, what's the stinkiest constellation to bring Ripper? Oh, nice. Romeo, what PC or console game inspires you the most that has majorly reflected in Apeiron? Oh, come on, Romeo, you don't know the answer to that? It's black and white. That jokes. I told my dude plushie and it was cute. It plushed. Let's. Why did the dude go out with a prude? Because he couldn't find a date. Okay, thank you. Women. The star decorations have any purpose other than aesthetics? Well, the sun slots do. And in the future, the decoration slots will no longer be decorations, but that's a bit further down the line. But initially, no, it's just aesthetics. But the sun slot, if you get a sun, it has a purpose. There'll be a limited amount of sun slots and cosmetic slots per star. So we can attach each stars together to bring more bonus stats. You can get the stars in the same constellation to get the bonus stats, but you don't attach them to each other. If we do not have a star, do we still PvP with other people in the high level? Yeah, on a single player perspective, yes. But on a group or an alliance perspective, no. You can still go to the arenas and participate in the arenas in the high level combats, and it doesn't give you the disadvantage if you don't have a star, if it's a pure single player arena perspective. Is there an airdrop for holding a star? Not that I know of it right now. If I have, how much regress? No, not that I know of. Not that I know of if there's any multipliers. Don't think it's needed. The star's passive yield generation is, in my eyes, also very infinite. So similar to a 3-planet structure. So yeah, and the star supply is limited. So yeah, very different. Stars is well, in a way, even more valuable than a single planet in terms of long-term yield generation. Number 4, will Star NFT reward for the future an event to attract and encourage more people to participate in our community? Will Star NFT reward for the future? No, all stars will only be sold. The star customization, the cosmetics or the suns can be rewarded in the future events to attract people. If you out directly a star in the future. Ooh, joke time. What breed of dog can jump higher than buildings? Any dog, because buildings can't jump Oh boy. Every time when someone asks me a question or a riddle, my first answer is always, will the answer lead me to punch you in the arm? And most of the times they'll answer yes. And I'll say, oh well, you probably shouldn't ask it. Who knows, dude? Can stars be purchased using funny emblems? Or say, oh nope, not the stars. Stars are actually more valuable. So oh, why does the primeval planet orbit the star? To get on the other side. Oh, other side. Alex Chi, hi Frank，来点小笑话。图里的妈妈要他出去买鸡蛋，图里说等一下，等什么等？我自己出去买算了。我这是得等你这句话，不错。Putin, so hi Frank, a soldier in Vietnam saw a local man coming down the road with his wife behind him with a bicycle loaded with all their possessions. The soldier asked him why he carried nothing but a cigarette and his wife had to push. No, the man replied, tradition. Next day, he saw the same little man on the same road, but this time she was in front and he was pushing a little bit. I asked him what happens. The tradition, the man said, landmines. But, what? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, pretty dark, but cool. 杨聊有一伙很优秀的 Inferno 行星在行星中成长重叠，那天发现了一个显悠的太阳，一路是太阳旁边是一个，然后我一个先先都是自己要祝我胶州，谢谢你杨洋，这个这个笑话不错，因为有因为有那个心灵行星的样子，的确有点像这个包租婆。谢谢你，Legend Guilds Nickel. Hello, I have a question. How does staking works, and what kind of rewards do we get from it? Oh boy, the Nebula Expedition and the APR the APR staking are two different types of staking: the NFT token staking and the APR staking. The easier one will be APR staking. We will offer it an unlimited time for a limited event once we do TGE, and those typically rewards APRs, but we wouldn't do a lot of it. And then the other one is the Nebula Expedition. Well, I hope I answered the bulk of that in the previous answers, and that you have to buy keys. That's pretty much the ETH, and then you have to stake your Apeiron planets on your apostles. Apostles are bonus; it's not necessary. You can join an event with just one planet. But yes, you get favor based on these staked items, and get if your the favor is amongst the highest in the leaderboards, then yes, you automatically be entitled to the reward. Your keys will be spent, and you'll get the reward. If not, the keys and everything will be refunded to you. You'll still keep the favor until the next event, and you can see which one you want to participate in the future and accumulate. If you don't have enough planets you want to participate in the star options, just keep staking your planets, keep accumulating favor. Eventually, you'll be able to get one, even if you have only one planet, normal planet stake. 高等级的恒星要素效果很低等，恒星一样吗？不一样。高级等级的恒星的加速效果是低等的3倍哦。如果用这个上来计的话，所有的效果 恒星可能追加的都是3倍、3倍这样上的。同一个等级里面呢，他们会有一点小分别，但是小分别是可以从那些装备里保存的。恒星放置恒星后，控制行星后，如果要将这个行星切换成另一个有没有冷却时间？这个要再下一篇了。嗯，密里人才有一个答案。Who do that gossip about the Bobby to get presents? You did, eh? Last time I told my brother that girls not to take care of gifts. So the next day I was given a diamond ring. Do you try to learn this way? I have used this method. As a result, the next day I was given a preservative. It's pretty good, I don't know. 无线能伤孩子吗？那就是特许天然不可以，不可以。这个玩法就算有，也不是恒星，可能是恒星的装备。你看，辛苦了。最在意的问题，所以恒星中活着的太阳黑洞是 NFT，是可以交易，可以装上或拿下吗？可以，可以，可以。Okay, wow, that's all the questions. Got 46 of you surviving. Thank you for staying with me. I haven't done such a long AMA in quite a while. Let's take a look at the poker pack. Are you guys still surviving? Oh, there's still quite a lot of people. Oh, Phil, you're in one of them. Where are we at, guys? Are we close to the end? Anyone? Any mods still alive out there? Any regulars? On council? Or jump on stage to tell me? Let me take a look at the game night channel and see if we got the top 20s. Can someone post me in general the link to view the match? What's happening? Oh yeah, I'm quite tired today. Oh yeah, I yawn at the 3 hour mark. Sorry about that. Be more enthusiastic next time. Anyone? Anyone got a link so I can see what the games are like? Let's see. Do we have any divine holders that's still standing? Anyone in general? Are you all sleeping and tired? Mm. Ooh, 50 people remaining, around 50. Ooh, so many players. Are the blinds rising? Oh, Eric's one is in there. Tafar is in there. Phil is in there. Oh my god, Phil has no chips left. Oh, Phil is still surviving. Oh my god. Uh, can anyone throw a link? Good night, delete. 中文区还有人在吗？我看到了，那个是不是还可以看得到？到时候再问。 就是现场的那个哦，不是。对，你们我想看有 link 可以看得到现在游戏这个 poker 游戏的状况吗？嗯，我也看不见。没人了里面。在哪呢？有没有进去看呢？哦，request participation。哦，watch。哦，现在最多哦，good human 有最多 chip。The garlic。Ooh, the garlic is there. Nice. Should I take a look at? Oh, a lot of new names I don't recognize. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, the garlic has a planet. A lot of these names don't seem to be from Discord. Oh, but look at them claiming the rewards. But a lot of people will be complaining how come the rewards are going to non-asset holders. Oh, come on, dudes. Friends. Good human in the cheap lead. At least we have an asset holder in the lead. Take a look at good humans game. Oh, so message from Metro. Did I understand it right? The keys for mini black hole and staking will cost 0.1 ETH. You know what I mean? Like on OpenSea right now, I heard cheap deals. Yeah, you heard it right. But will one key equal to the 0.1? I'm still not sure. To have to get down to low scruple and low master for that. But the target price of one mini black hole is 0.1. The ones are cheap in OpenSea right now because we did the mini black hole airdrops, if you remember. And so with that, a lot of people, probably the bots, got it and just sold it, so the price is lower now. But in the future, I believe the running price for mini black holes should be remaining at 0.1 ETH. And I think a lot of people are also waiting for the second airdrops. But honestly, with the momentum we're getting from the uses and the expansion of planets, probably the second drops won't be airdropped. It will still be only available on the expedition. But it's a 50-50. I'm not sure. Can do a second airdrop. Well, the chances are half and half. Depending on settlements, I was really hoping the battle demo can help kick up a lot of this and put stuff back in place. But if the market is not ready, then it's not ready. And we'll just do the second breed with the Nepal expedition, not many black holes. We probably will have no more airdrops. You can't have the breeds absolutely free. So it brought down the prices too much. Any questions? Feel free to ask me while I watch the games. It's a quick photo with human. Ooh. He's 9 high? And you call that? Oh my god. Oh, it's a flush. Holy crap. My bad. Wow. Slow play. Oh, so tight. Good really. Ooh. Come on, give some back slot. Ooh, heads up. Oh wow. QJ9J. Nice. Let's take a look at the other games. 2 tables remaining. I see in the lead. Table. Oh my god, the garlic is alone against all these people with no Discord names. We're cheering for you, the garlic. Right? The, let's see, it's a zombie club mod. Holy crap. Fellow zombie club. Oh, no assets. Still, at least it's sort of a problem number for zombie. See who under have planets. That's a shame. Because oh, good human is a defined holder. A shot at 4K. That's a cheer for good human. He's playing it tight. Oh, quick calls. No respect for this online. Um, oh, oh, shouldn't call if you have to wait that long. Alright. Oh, this will be a big one. Check? Oh my god, what are you guys thinking? Quick checks? Like that? Oh, pocket ace. Holy crap. Oh my. Pocket ace. Like he's only played that. What that? That? Oh, let me jump back on Discord. I think it'll still take some time. See if any more AMA questions? No? Oh. Sure you don't have any questions? I feel a lot of you are very well mannered in this story, mate. A lot of you had a lot of concerns beforehand. I heard from the community, but when asking me directly, everyone suddenly became so civilized. I wasn't so civilized from the chats when I saw them. Um, Let me check some of the DMs. Oh, what's that? What? Oh, you told me I could speak louder. Can what this meant be using stable coins? No, I think we'll stick with ETH. Yes, I'm reading your DM out loud. It's okay. I thought about it, but honestly, I think ETH was still the preferred currency, even though I know that ETH is dropping. Because I said this before. I said this when this was high and this was low. I think, well, ultimately the game is still EVM based and ETH based. If times are good, then it's a little more expensive. If times are bad, then it would be too cheaper together with the markets. So yeah, if I price it in USDC, well, of course there's the stability, but it kind of feels like giving up on the, the crypto community and trying to cover my own ass. Honestly, we're not in short of money to do the pre-sale, but just want to do the pre-sale because we want to keep some momentum and engagement and acquisition going, get some sales going. Because well, the game demo is up, so we want to do some engagements of all kinds. Good luck, good human. Slow play them, slow play them. Oh, the chicken is he gonna bully? Oh, he's not gonna bully. Well, but you guys are short of money. That's a good one. Yeah, but there are actually much more other people out there that's looking into the stars right now. Even I'll tell you who are more interested in the stars is the gaming guilds and everyone that's really wanting into on the stars. Oh no, good human. Oh my god, that is a ridiculous comeback. You lucky ass good human. That is an absolute suck out. But well, not exactly a suck out, but that is an incredible turnaround. Why? From 11% to a turnaround. Oh boy, good human is surviving our like define exonium. Yeah. Oh my god, that was really lucky. Oh wow, that's a nasty flop. What? Okay. Step pause. Come on. Well, a trailer for you, good human. You're the only defined holder, I believe, in this whole thing. Unless the other ones, their names are just lazy members who didn't bother type the Discord name. But I think maybe they have registered, so they have different account names, hopefully. So gentle, everyone. This game. Come on, play the button. Play the button. Oh. So you thinking. You're pretending to have a sex. Why AFK? Oh, wow, that's a quick call from Q-Slop. Oh, I love how moratorium always waits a little. Oh, pocket knights. Oh, that's a sneaky bet, I'd say. Wow. 3-5 against a check king. Holy crap, the 3-5 wins. Oh, and the king comes back up. Oh, how dramatic. How dramatic. Well, good call, I'd say. It's gutsy call, but yeah, you got the blind. Got bullied the big blind. Faults. Wow, Jack King hat. Let's take a look at that. 6 and 7 players. That's take Katsui. Ian made a good point. Apeiron is not short on money, but the users are, so nobody has money to buy the games. Oh, let's see if I have some more questions. How about German planets? Will we be able to breed them before the game launch? Yes, the German breeding will most likely happen before the game launch, but not too soon. Let's see how the beta demo fares and how the acquisition and the users fare coming up. I was asking game on this question. Oh, Romeo. Okay, I understand. uh, it's okay if there are new users listening. Then ask it pretty earlier. Oh yes, study meeting is tomorrow. I still want to host one. Oh wait, I can't do tomorrow. Let's do one Tuesday. We're gonna host a study meeting on Tuesday after the Rankadown AMA. Okay, I'll type that in the daily chats. Study meeting on Tuesday. Oh my god, I'm sitting like a slob. Oh. Hmm. It will be a long meeting. Tuesday. Good luck, guys. Lots to cover for you all. You guys have anything specific you want me to cover for the daddies, for the program, for the Apeiron? DM me and let me know, or DM the council, or the overseers, or the regulars. Compile this and let me know what you guys want me to cover. If not, I'll be telling you guys about the daddy restructuring, which some members have been the council have been suggesting, and my thoughts on it and how to get that going. Oh, good human is in. Oh no. Okay. Come on, good human. You're the last divine holder. Tournament is on break? What? There is such a thing? Was women going to the bathroom?
It's a scheduled 1 hour or so
Oh,
can stretch.
and good human. I need you to play a little more aggressively with your 2.15 PB. I can already feel all the asset holders and OGs getting pissed off looking out the names without numbers. Oh, ooh. Okay. Let's host a poker tournament with asset holders only. As the first event for pure asset holders. Or do you want to just go by fully emblem airdrops with all the asset holders? I don't know. Probably most people will go with the fully emblem airdrops. Or maybe we can do a fully emblem airdrop for all divine holders. And then we can do a asset wide asset wide poker tournament. Let me take a look at the AMA channel. Any new questions, or was everyone already half asleep? Ooh, I see some stuff. Abby, did Frank beat his record already? Oh, no, I don't think so. 10, right? It has to go all the way to, sorry, no. If I want to beat my own record, I still have 45 minutes to go, I believe. I don't think they'll last that long in the game, will they? And the last time I did it was with questions alone, not by watching poker. Poker is more cathartic. How about G did you perform in AGT? Suddenly have like a memory lapse or something. Okay, well, just took a look at the Omega Club chats from GNQ and Waipu. So Nebula expeditions need to stake ETH and planets. And just get chests done by keys. Oh, that's the whole point of the staking. The opportunity cost comes from staking tokens and the planets. Oh, there's not much opportunity cost for staking planets right now, or the apostles. So the only opportunity cost comes from the ETH. Then you have to stake to get the vapor. As for the keys, so yes, in a way you have to stake and get the keys too. So there goes the opportunity cost. But honestly, for ETH, well, it's not that high. It's a month, couple of bucks. But you get the chest. And the chest doesn't just come with the planet, it comes with the accessories. The accessories can all be sold or traded. No keys, no expedition. That's true. Well, that's a very accurate description of it. Not last mark, actually. Multi-accounts, I agree, good human. The opportunity cost is the strict keys and the ETH. But yeah. Final decisions is still yet in the Medium articles. Ooh, the games are back on. Good human went all in with an ace check. Very nice, good human. You finally waited and waited. Someone say take out good human, please. Oh wow, keeping the train on, good human. Interesting. Walterino likes to take his time to think. Oh, he's squeezing you, good human. He's squeezing you good. Is this it? Oh, oh, this is